This is a special presentation of Riverfront Broadcasting Sports. It's time for the 2021 Boys State Hockey Tournament. Boys State Hockey is brought to you by First National Bank, Envirotech, Taco John's, and Xander Auto Parts. And also by Fisher Rounds, Kubota, Dakota Land, The Clubhouse and Pier, Weatherall, and Herman's and Endodontics. Boys State Hockey Tournament coverage is also brought to you by Owyhee Federal Credit Union, Fastenal, Tickled Pink, the Shields Iceplex, Midwest Hockey TV, and Grey Goose Store and Social Club. State Tournament hockey coverage is also brought to you by Leisure Palace Pools and Spa, Reliabank, Pelican Power Sports, Pizza Ranch, and Sunmasters. And now with the call of the action, here's Jeff Anderson, Jim Lloyd, and John Winkler.
And we welcome you back here to Shields Iceplex as we are getting set for Game 3 of the day as the Sioux Falls 2 Flyers will take on the Sioux Falls 1 Flyers in the 4-5 matchup. And I say 2-1 because Sioux Falls 2 is the home team. They're the 4 seed taking on the Sioux Falls 1 team. John Winkler alongside Jeff Anderson, Jim Lloyd. And guys, this is going to be a really good game between two really good Sioux Falls teams.
It just so happens that these teams came together in the state tournament, but it's a treat for everybody. You know, it's gonna fill the place up, and you never know what's gonna happen when the two Sioux Falls teams meet. You just never know. You can't predict it.
And Sioux Falls 2 got the better of Sioux Falls 1 in both games, but here as in the state tournament, Sioux Falls 1, Jeff, might be playing their best hockey all season.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Sioux Falls 2 started out like a house of fire, winning their first 11, and then of course they ran into some issues, and then of course Sioux Falls 1 finally caught fire. So they've been kind of a 500 team, maybe a little bit above 500 most of the year. They've got a good team, though. These are two really pretty good teams, and they both think they can be playing in the championship game on Sunday also.
And I would have to agree with you. Both of these teams are good enough to play in that championship game, and there's a good chance one of them are going to be there.
Yeah, there really is.
And we will have that game for you coming up next. You're listening to the state tournament on Capital City Rock, CapitalCityRock.com, on 1480 KSDR, and on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports. Hello, hockey fans. First National Bank is excited to sponsor the 2021 Varsity Hockey State Tournament. Good luck to all the talented players, and a special shout out to our hometown team, the Owyhee Capitals. At First National Bank, we're always on your team and ready with the assist to reach your financial goals. Check us out at firstnationalbanks.com or at First National BNK on Facebook. Member FDIC and an equal housing lender.
The frigid air of winter and the blistering heat of summer can really put a dent into your pocketbook. The gang at Weatherall Roofing and Insulation in Pierce say, just foam it. Saving money on your energy bills is what it's all about with Weatherall Roofing and Insulation. Let Weatherall Roofing and Insulation help you save money with their custom spray foam or blow-in fiberglass insulation. Call 224-7982 for a free estimate. And remember, just foam it.
Drop that puck! Drop that puck! Drop that puck! Hey, hockey fans, before or after the game, come on out to Grey Goose Store and Social Club. Dine in, carry out, stop by for refreshments, fill up your tank with quality fuel. We've got it all at Grey Goose Store and Social Club, just off of Grey Goose Road, behind the red line of the capital city. Go Capitals!
When you're in the need for high-quality replacement auto parts, look no further than Xander Auto Parts and Machine Shop in Pierre. Xander's has been servicing the Pierre area for over 40 years. Their professional parts techs can get you the parts you need and get you back on the road. Stop by Xander Auto Parts and Machine Shop at 500 West Sioux in Pierre or call 224-9221. Xander's, your source for domestic and foreign auto parts and accessories. When you're looking for quality trash pickup services, look no further than Envirotech. 6 days a week, their trucks are on the road picking up trash, even holidays. They're also the place to contact for recycling services. Their friendly, professional staff is ready to assist with weekly pickups or even special pickups. Check out the website at envirotechwaste.com. Envirotech is locally operated. Call 224-4804. Envirotech Waste Services in Pierre, proud to support high school athletics.
And we are back here at Shields Iceplex as Sioux Falls 2 is making their way out on the ice. Sioux Falls 1 will follow them. Sioux Falls 2 will be on the bench to your left. If you're watching on YouTube or if you're listening on the radio, it'll be the left side of your dial. That's where their bench will be, so they'll be attacking to the right in the first period. And then Sioux Falls 1 will be wearing their blue jerseys with the orange top, with the orange trim around it. And they'll be going from right to left on your radio dial. John Winkler alongside Jeff Anderson and Jim Lloyd. And this is going to be shaping up to be a good one. Sioux Falls 2 is over here with us where we sit, and Sioux Falls 1 is across the way because both teams, you're being separated by your fan bases. So Sioux Falls 2 is over here, Sioux Falls 1 is on the other side.
It'll be interesting to keep them straight, won't it?
Boy, and we drew straws, and I got the short straw, so no, I'm just kidding. This is going to be a fun game, and
No.
I think all three of us were excited for this one. It's going to be a lot of fun to see which Sioux Falls team will advance. This wasn't going to be the matchup last year. Sioux Falls 1 and Sioux Falls 2 were the 1-8 seed.
It was, and it never happened.
Never happened, never got to that point. And so we are, for the first time in 2 years, getting the third game of the day of the hockey tournament. We didn't even get to the third game of day one 2 years ago either because we only played two because of the snow that came through.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that's
We're in uncharted territory here.
and take it back 2 years ago. Jeff and I did a JV championship game, state championship game with these two groups, and that's these kids.
Yep, and we will throw it over
these two played in the semifinals.
Okay.
and we will throw it over to the starting lineups.
Caden Heiser. On defense, number 59, Jacob Olson. On defense, number 36, Emmett Nathan. At forward, number 4, Emmett Hansen. At forward, number 25, Sebastian Althoff. And at forward, number 66, Garrett Everson. Head coach for Varsity 1 is Ben Crispy, assisted by Lee Damer. And now for Varsity 2, starting in goal, number 1, Ryan Flanagan. On defense, number 17, Cade Edwards. On defense, number 48, John Matheson. At forward, number 42, Zach Vockler. At forward, number 44, Brock Mullins. And at forward, number 54, Max Moore. Coached by Connor Halbert, Curtis Egan, and Mason Evans. Varsity 1.
So those are your starting lineups. We'll get the game officials here before we get going.
Your referee is Adam Kamick from Rapid City. Referee Matt Strand from Mitchell. Your linesman is Jarrett Starrett from Huron. And your other linesman is Brian Rice from Ishpeming, Michigan.
That's a good crew. We've seen those guys around the state.
Caden Heiser this year, 7 wins, 3.45 goals against average, .862 save percentage. For the Flyers, they'll get the start today. Will be, of course, Ryan Flanagan, 9 wins, 3.17 goals against average, and an .890 save percentage. Both these teams have two very good goalies.
And it will be Vockler against Everson in the face-off, and we are underway here this afternoon from the Shields Iceplex as both Sioux Falls teams get to face each other. And we have almost a penalty. We have a penalty coming up right away. It's going to be on Sioux Falls 1 as it will be out of the zone, and we will get our whistle. And a couple of guys are tangled up. We got guys going against the boards here, and Well, you don't think it's a state tournament game between two Sioux Falls teams?
Oh, they're already getting after it.
We're 15 seconds into this, and we have a penalty behind the net, and I guess I would call it maybe a brawl right in front of us here.
Interference is the call, and it's going to be against Everson, I believe. Everson's going to go for interference. So 2 is going to be on the power play with just 13 seconds in to this first period. Much different than the other 2 games. We took a whole period to get penalties in each of the first 2 games.
15 seconds took in this one.
So here is the face-off, and it is Sioux Falls 2 with possession. As playing off the boards and up and around, it'll be brought in here by Sioux Falls 2 and Max Moore. Comes back out, and it's just off the stick of Vockler and out of the zone. He'll play it over for Anthony Vollen, and Vollen will play it up and over, and it was missed by Jorgen Corey. It's dumped in by 1, and it'll be played around, and Sioux Falls 1 will have their possession, looking to attack short-handed. Thomas Clinton did not get to the puck, and then Ryan Berglund's pushed off the puck, and then a couple players will tie up for it. 4 players are tied up for it. And it'll be now played back around, and Vollen has it again. And here is Anthony Vollen. Vollen, his pass, that one misses. And then it'll be played back out. Vockler is able to glove it down and hold it in the zone. Back over for Vollen again. His pass now was not a hand pass. There's a shot that goes off over the top of Heiser. And then Ryan Berglund for 1 will throw it all the way down. And it'll be played by Ryan Flanagan. So still 48 seconds left to go here on the power play. Zach Vockler here for Sioux Falls 2. He'll pass. They'll come back for Vockler again, and he will lose the puck as it went off of a couple players, and Sebastian Altoff was over there. Vollen will play it back around, and to be the first one to get to it, and they'll be trying to be playing up, and that one was missed. I believe that was from Nick Lohr, and now here comes Sioux Falls 2 again, looking to attack. Delayed offside, and it will be offside, although he was trying to get back. Dom Skolten, he thought maybe if he checked back up, he could touch the puck inside the zone, but that was called offside.
Doesn't work that way.
JC Lee, your wallet is at the concession.
So you're listening to KCCR FM Blunt as well as at KSDR Watertown here just after 2 o'clock, and we are almost 2 minutes into this hockey game with 18 seconds left to go in the power play for Sioux Falls 2. Here comes Sioux Falls 1, though. In the zone, looking to attack shorthanded. That's thrown in on net, and we get a whistle. A little bit long whistle here as that one was thrown by Nick Bromer. Flanagan made the save, and the referee gave him plenty of time to get rid of the puck if he wanted to. But we will have a face-off here. Sioux Falls 1 in the offensive end. Evan Hansen will take the face-off against Anthony Vollen with 10 seconds left to go on the power play. Actually, it's going to be instead. Yeah, it is Evan Hansen still taking the face-off. That one came towards the net. Flanagan with the stick. And then it'll be out of the zone by Sioux Falls 2. That will end the power play, so Sioux Falls 2 is 0 for 1 to open up this hockey game. As Jack Sievert will play it over in a good stick, and now Anthony Vollen can get a 2-on-1, but just a little bit too far for him. Vollen in the backhand plays it around, looking for Corey, missed him, and then it's played back by Hansen. And then through the zone, that will be waved off on an icing, and Jack Sievert will go back to play it. Sievert gets pushed, but stays on his skates, and then it'll be back not out of the zone, playing back for Sievert. And Sievert will turn, get some space, and then throw it down, and we have an icing on Sioux Falls 2. Only one shot so far, and we've already had a power play. Not as many penalties as shots so far in this hockey game. But it's a tie hockey game here, no score, just one shot. 14-14 left to go in the first period. And the faceoff is won by Berglund. There's a shot that did not go all the way through and ended up going wide. It's played back here, will be Matthew Harp. And Har's pass, here's Thomas Clinton intercepting a pass, and that shot goes wide. Back for Har again. And then Sioux Falls 2 will take the puck. Ryan Berglund overskating. Clinton with a shot, didn't get all of it, fanned on it, and Flanagan made the save. Played back up, Grover with a shot and a save made again by Flanagan. Here's another chance that goes through the blue paint. All the way back over for Grover. He'll wind up, and that shot got blocked. And now coming the other way, here's a chance for Sioux Falls 2 in the zone. Here's a shot and a save made, and it's still loose. That came from Max Moore. And a couple of guys will get checked, and there's one Sioux Falls player down. Near the ice, he's slow to get up, and it'll be played back behind the nets. He'll get back in the play, and it'll be all the way around, and it will be no icing. Jack Sievert could have played it. That was Marcus Hulling. That that was slow to get up here for Sioux Falls 1. It's played back in the zone here as one will take it in. And then a good job by Jack Sievert to check his man off the puck. That was Austin Reiners that had it. Back. And then a fanned-on pass attempt. And then it was being thrown back in by Jacob Olson. Here's Sioux Falls 2 from their own end. A pass, that's a bad pass, it's turned over, but it came right back to Sioux Falls 2, then off the stick of Vollen, and it will go down, but will be waved off icing. 12:38 to play here in the first period. It'll be played back around. Here comes Sioux Falls 1 in the zone. They'll swing wide as that one was Austin Reiners, and a penalty is coming up here on Sioux Falls 2, and we'll have our first Sioux Falls 1 power play with 12:26 to go.
Unlike some of the other games that we've seen, these guys are going to check somebody every chance they get. And we're seeing that already with a couple penalties. These guys know each other, but you have to believe that they are rivals.
Cade Edwards will go to the box for an elbow. And the first power play here for Sioux Falls 1, and 2 is able to clear the zone right away, and it goes all the way down for Heiser to play over in the corner. Jacob Olson will play it back, and now Sioux Falls 1 will try and get into their middle of the neutral zone as Nick Gromer makes 2 different moves in. Gromer in, his shot, he scores! Gromer did it himself from one end of the ice to the other and makes a 1-0 lead for Sioux Falls 1.
He started out in the back of his own goalie, and like you said, he went the length of the rink. Good individual effort.
His 3rd goal of the year.
Boy, that did not take long for a lot of action to take place here. We've already got a power play goal. We've had 2 power plays in the game, but the visiting team, Sioux Falls 1, leads Sioux Falls 2 with 12:05 to play here in the first period.
12:07 in the first period.
Olsen might get an assist for it. We'll see if they actually give it to him or not. Thomas Clinton with a shot goes wide. He played back for Berglund. That's an unassisted goal.
Unassisted.
I think you could have given an assist to Jacob Olson, but Gromer did the 99% of that by himself all the way in. That was thrown back from the red line, gloved down by Flanagan, and he'll play it back behind the nets. And it'll be trying to be taken out of the zone. That one came from Evans Eberspacher. There's a shot from Sioux Falls 1 up for a turnover, and a save is made by Flanagan to get a whistle. 11:29 left to go here in the first period. Well, what a crowd we got here.
Yeah,
we knew it was going to be a good crowd, but it's still a really good crowd. There's a lot of people here for both teams. And of course, being in town, it makes it much easier. Here's Sioux Falls 2 as they bring it in the zone. There's a shot that went wide. That came from Corey Perdames. And then we played back around for Carson Clark. But he went past his stick. Campanto couldn't get it. Stayed in the zone for a moment by Cade Edwards. And then Clark gets upended. Pass goes across for Gromer from his own blue line. He'll backpedal in his own zone. He'll avoid a check, and he's able to throw it down, and there's going to be no icing, so Jack Sievert, Cade Edwards will get to it first, and he'll play it across for John Matheson. Edwards now almost lost the puck from his own end. Plays it up for Carson Clark. He gets run into by Gromer, and then Gromer got upended by his own teammate. Austin Reiners might have tripped him up. And he'll play it back around for Edwards as Sioux Falls 1 will make a change. John Matheson will take a puck in stride. And now Matheson will throw it around, but he did not get to the red line, so he iced the puck. And we get a whistle with 10:34 left to go here in the first period. Glad you could join us here on Capital City Rock Sports. The 1-0 lead here for Sioux Falls 1. John Wickler alongside Jim Lloyd and Jeff Anderson. As it's 10:34 left to go here in the first period. And the faceoff will be won by Sioux Falls 2. As they will throw it off the boards just a little bit too far, but it will not be an icing. They're looking to get to Brock Malwitz. That came from Max Moore. And that's going to be held in by Vockler. And Vockler trying to get to the front of the net. He'll sidestep. Malwitz will sidestep a check. Back to the blue line. It did come out, so it will be a whistle for an offside with 10-12 left to go here in the first period. So with the 10-12 left to go in the first period, 3-3 in shots so far. But it's a 1-0 lead here for Sioux Falls 1. It'll be played back. Here's Jack Sievert. And Sievert's pass misses, but it goes all the way down on net. So Heiser will play it. He left it. There's a backhand, a save made by Heiser. Boy, that turned into a real dangerous play, and Sioux Falls 2 almost took advantage of it. As here is now a pass up, but held in by Sioux Falls 1 off the goalpost. And I think the net comes off his mooring, so we get a whistle with 9:48 left to go here in the first period.
Well, that was a anxious moment there for Heiser. Kind of made a little bit of mistake handling that puck. Turned out all right.
9:48 left to go here in the first period. 1-0 is our score.
What's the biggest show in town? Right here.
As it will be played around Brock Malwitz. Here's a shot. That one got through. It might have gone over the crossbar. And then it'll be flipped out of the zone. Racing after it here will be Brock Malwitz. And Malwitz looking to get to it, but he skated around it trying to circle around the puck, but it ended up being an icing. If you take the straight line, he might have been able to get to it first, but ends up being an icing, and we'll go down the other way with 9:29 left to go. Here in the first period. Ryan Berglund on the face-off win for Thomas Clinton. Comes back to Berglund. Turnaround shot and a save made by Flanagan. Thomas Clinton tied up in the boards. Clinton will come away with the puck. His pass goes behind the net. And skating over to is Matthew Hart. But it will come out of the zone. It goes all the way down. No icing as Heiser will tee it up behind his net to be taken here by Gromer. As it will be played up out of the zone. Ryan Berglund. And it'll be around here for Jorgen Corey. Corey up, good pass over off the boards for Vockler. Vockler got around, he scores!
12th goal for Vockler.
8:52 left to go, and how about that for a pass off the boards right to the stick of Vockler from Corey.
That was a great play. And Vockler, he had a heck of a time getting to the net that time. He had to do some fancy footwork and a little bit of stick handling and got himself right on the porch.
Vockler from Corey, and it's now 1-1. This could be this. We might see a shootout here. We might see a team get to 8 goals. And that will be played up and back in the zone. Garrett Everson. Well, they give an unassisted goal, but that definitely came from a pass from Corey. You got to give Jorgen Corey an assist for that because that was a heck of a pass over.
Yeah, he started that one out.
And that one will be free in front. And they'll be back here for Nick Lohr. And Lohr will go off the boards down, and it'll be in for an icing with 8:25 left to go here in the first period. So they didn't give it to Corey for the assist, but we're going to give it to him here up in the official stats of the TV radio guys.
Yeah, and we can do that up here. We keep our own book up here, and we'll just count it how we want.
That's right. And it's a 1-1 hockey game thanks to the pass from Corey to Zach Vockler. And a face-off that was unfairly dropped, so we'll do it again. As Ryan Berglund did not win the face-off. It was played back by Corey. And now here is a pass up, held down. There's a shot, and what a save made there by Flanagan. Shrugged that off right into his glove.
Looked pretty comfortable.
8:15 left to go here in the first period in a 1-1 hockey game. Face-off will be won by the Sioux Falls 1. There's a shot that was low to the ice and a man jumping out of the way, and Flanagan almost didn't see it. This will go all the way down.
That's a distraction for the goalie when a guy jumps right in front of you like that.
They get another icing here. 8:03 left to go. We might have more icings in this game than we see the rest of the tournament.
Player jumped right in front of Flanagan that time, and sometimes it doesn't take much to take your focus away from the puck. Flanagan stayed with it. Ryan Flanagan, he's been doing this a while.
As the face-off will be to the right of Ryan Flanagan. And it's won by Sioux Falls 2. They'll get out of the zone. Here's a chance now for Brock Malwitz in. And Brock Malwitz will turn into the corner. Ball's off to the skate to his stick. And then a pass goes back over for Edwards. Fans on the first shot, throws it down. Pass comes across. And Matheson was starting to break towards the back door chance. And the pass came back to where he was. So it goes all the way back down for Flanagan. And now here's Matheson. Passing a pass right through the middle of the ice, missed everybody, went out of the zone, and then Sioux Falls 1 was able to throw it all the way back in. Now here is Zach Vockler. As Vockler will try and race through. He gets past one guy. Couldn't toe drag himself around another man. Brock Malwitz now. He'll be thrown around the boards, but Matheson will hold it in. Matheson will walk it on the point, winds up with a shot that gets blocked. That one was blocked by Emmett Hansen. Flipped up, out of the zone. Matheson started to throw it back in, and throwing it off his teammate Vockler, and he was not back on side yet, so he get an offside with 7:08 to go here in the first period.
7:08 left in this first period. Just exactly what we expected.
Yep.
A dead heat, 1-1. 5 to 6 in shots. Not a whole lot of difference between either one of these teams right now.
Faceoff will be at center ice and is won by Sioux Falls 2. Ryan Berglund, he'll throw it around. Cade Edwards, it should be Jack Sievert, the first one to get to it. And then they'll reverse this way it was going, throwing it back around the near side. And Nick Lohr, the captain of Sioux Falls 2, trying to get it out of the zone. It comes in front, and here comes Anthony Volland out of the zone. Volland lost the puck. Jorgen Corey trying to take it away from Thomas Clinton. There's a good move by Matt Haar, and now Matt Haar is in the zone. He'll sidestep a check. He'll sidestep another one from Sievert. Then Sievert finally was able to take him down on the third chance. And the puck is loose in the corner. Comes back out with a shot that's redirected. The save is made by Flanagan. And it'll come all the way back out. And here's a chance for Corey up ahead for Volland. And then a good stick there. Boy, Ryan Flanagan, he had those the pinball paddles going back and forth.
Yeah, good focus by Flanagan.
He had the flipper going as he'll be out of the zone by Sioux Falls 1. And back here in the Sioux Falls 2 end. Pass comes free as it will be for Carson Clark. And Clark will carry it in. He'll play it over for Perdames, but couldn't get a shot away, did Perdames. Back for Clark. Clark will turn with it, trying to throw it to the front of the net, maybe looking for a tip over from Jorgen Corey, who has not come off the ice yet. And a dump in, cross-corner dump in, to be taken here by Sioux Falls 2, and then thrown down by Matheson, and it will be an icing with 5:37 left to go here in the first period. 1-1 hockey game, 7-5 in shots in favor of the Sioux Falls 1 team on the Tickle Pink Boutique in Mitchell scoreboard.
It's a boutique in Mitchell.
Boutique in Mitchell. Tickle Pink Boutique.
Face-off will be out to the left of Ryan Flanagan.
Say that fast 5 times.
And we get another.
We can do it.
Oh, we got a 6-on-5 here for Sioux Falls 2. I don't think they really want that.
No.
And they're lucky that it was just 6. They blew the play dead. They didn't let it go because it would have been a penalty on Sioux Falls 2.
And Ponto got off.
Here's a face-off, won by Sioux Falls 1, but it's going to be grabbed by Sioux Falls 2. And in the zone here, Max Moore. And that one goes off the referee, trying to get it out with Sioux Falls 1. That goes over the top of a 2-player, and here's Emmett Hansen in. Hansen with a fluttering pass with a shot, and that one go wide, and then rolling in to Flanagan, and then going into the net.
Sebastian.
And we get a whistle.
What a great pass.
Yeah, Sebastian Althoff.
Yeah, bounced it over the top of everybody's stick.
And that was very dangerous, too, as Althoff going in the net, because Flanagan, he could have hurt Flanagan, but he also could have hurt himself. I think the edge got a little bit off the line where he wanted to go and kind of circled in the net, and he was really close to getting clotheslined by the crossbar.
Yeah.
So thankfully, Flanagan and Althoff are both okay. And the face-off in the neutral zone. And it'll be played back around as Nick Gromer goes up to Matt Hart. He gets run over by Max Moore. And Cade Edwards, boy, that was a huge shoulder across. And now still in Sioux Falls 2's end, but they'll finally get in the neutral zone, a block pass, and here comes Max Moore in on a break. He scores! Max Moore makes it 2-1 with 4:50 to play in the first period.
14th goal for Moore on the year.
And that was a big one. At 4:50 left in this period. We always talk about momentum.
And
that'll do it.
We have a penalty coming up on Sioux Falls 1 as well. I don't know, maybe we're going to have matching minors. But yeah, we'll have matching minors. But that's blocked pass there from Moore and then he got a partial break, and he's got 14 goals. He's a guy that can finish in the net.
Yep.
And Malwitz is going to go, and I did not see the other number. We'll have to wait to hear the official scoring. That definitely is going to be an unassisted goal from Max Moore.
It's a great individual effort. Every goal that we've seen today was a great individual effort. They went that little bit extra to get themselves a shot. So we're going to be 4-on-4 hockey here. No, 5-on-5. Should be 5-on-5. It's offsetting, yep.
Offsetting, yeah.
So we will have a late change. All right, we will have the face-off at center ice. So it's a 2-1 lead now for Sioux Falls 2. They've scored the last 2 goals to get this 1-goal lead. This will be played over for Anthony Volland. Volland plays it across for Jack Siebert. He almost fanned on the pass attempt, and it was almost turned over in the zone by Evan Eberspacher, and it will be turned over. So unsportsmanlike conduct for the penalty. Althoff and Malwitz get the penalties. There's a shot that went behind the net, and the rebound came back in front the other way, and the backhand went wide from Sioux Falls 2. There's a backhanded pass. There's a penalty coming up on Sioux Falls 1, and we get a whistle. And Sioux Falls 1 will go back to the penalty box. And another power play here for Sioux Falls 2. That's the third penalty already called on Sioux Falls 1 with 4:05 to go here in the first period.
Getting a little busy in the penalty box.
And that will be to Emmett Nathan.
You have an Emmett Hansen, you have an Emmett Nathan, you have some Emmets in this game.
Then you got Everson that kind of throws you off a little bit too.
Yeah.
Kind of tough. Here it comes in the zone. Sioux Falls 2 with a shot and a save made by Heiser. That was from Jorgen Corey. The hooking call to Emmett Nathan. 3:58 left to go here in the first period. Second power play here for Sioux Falls 2 as they look to extend their lead after Sioux Falls 1 got the first goal of the game. It came on the power play for Sioux Falls 1. That was cleared by 1 all the way down, and it will be retrieved by the team in white in Sioux Falls 2 as it will be played up for Zach Vockler. And Vockler will try and get a pass over for Nick Lohr, but it was intercepted. Thomas Clinton will throw it around. And here is Anthony Volland. And Volland in the neutral zone with space. He's going to carry it all the way in the offensive end. Volland on the back end. That goes wide of Heiser. Max Moore is over. Volland again. He'll turn. Volland goes off the boards. Played back out for Lohr. And the pass goes across for Vockler. He'll get to the top of the circle, pass to the slot. Corey with a turnaround shot, and that's blocked down, and now Nick Gromer will try and get off the races along with Corey. Gromer looking to attack shorthanded, and a good stick there from Jorgen Corey to break up the play. And a pass in front to Ryan Berglund, and that one goes in the net, and Berglund slams his stick to the ice and not being satisfied with trying to get that one in, and Berglund ended up breaking the stick.
I don't know if he broke it when he slammed it in the ice or he was mad when he hit the puck and it was already broken. Hard to say. $300 just got thrown into the corner.
And every parent, every
Spoken
hockey parent
like a
goes,
true parent.
"Oh man!"
True parent.
Oh.
I bought quite a few of those.
You hate to see any stick break, and sometimes there's a little bit more that when a stick breaks, you cringe a little bit more. As Sioux Falls 2 still has 45 seconds on the power play, and they'll bring it in. That's Jack Siebert that has it on the far side. He gets run into, and he is going to be slow to get up. But still no penalty being called, and we'll continue to play. Siebert back to his skates. And then there's another check where the man fell down. That came from Austin Reiners. Comes in front. They score! 3-1 now for Sioux Falls 2 with 2:34 to go.
Edwards got that.
And Kate Edwards scores his 6th of the year. And both teams have struck on the power play.
Sioux Falls 2 defeated Sioux Falls 1 twice earlier this year by scores of 7-5 and also 5-4. But they haven't met since late December.
And so now here is Sioux Falls 1. They've got some work in front of them, down by 2 goals with 2:25 to play here in the first period. That was turned over. There's a pass, goes across. Edwards gets the goal. And Perdames, there's a shot that misses. Perdames and Skolton get the assist.
Stretch pass.
Here's another chance here. In on net. A backhander. And a save made by Heiser against the grain. And Brock Mulwis couldn't find to make it 4-1.
You said it, against the grain. I'm not sure how he got a piece of that one, but he sure did. Got it with his right foot pad.
Talk about a stretch pass.
That was a great pass.
They still have the second left on the penalty, but it's still 5-on-5. After the power play goal there, they took it off, and with 2:05 left to go. Boy, that was a fantastic save by Heiser, and one to maybe circle if Sioux Falls 1 is able to come back and tie or win this hockey game. And that one will be a puck out of play.
And you don't think Sioux Falls 1 wants to be in the semis tomorrow? I think Sioux Falls 1 goes, we want to be in the championship too.
Yeah, and they've got a lot of work though in front of them. They've found themselves down by 2 goals here with 1:50 to play in the first period. As the pass goes across, and it will be played up the boards. And it comes back in.
I misspoke. I meant Sioux Falls 2.
There we go.
Yeah.
But Sioux Falls 1 is thinking the same
Yeah.
thing, but they've, it turns into an uphill battle with a minute 35 in the period, and they're down by 2 goals. They've got to find a way to keep this 3-1 or get one quickly back by the end of this first period. So it's flipped out of the zone by Sioux Falls 2, and now here's a chance as Anthony Vollen will bring it in. Vollen trying to get it to the front of the nets. It's still played here, and a chance for Sioux Falls 2 and a delayed penalty with 1:15 to go. There's a extra man advantage, and we'll get a penalty finally called as the Sioux Falls 1 team was able to touch it up. And Sioux Falls 2 is right back to the power play with a hooking call.
Well, we've seen 2 power play goals. These penalties are important. And they're going to, if it continues like this, it's going to be a big factor in this game.
And
lots of penalties so far.
Sioux Falls 1 is committed a lot of penalties so far in this first period.
Yep.
That's their 4th penalty. It's the 3rd power play now here for Sioux Falls 2, which is already 1 for 2. And they got a minute 12 to try and get one more in. Here's Brock Mulwitz from the near side point. He'll throw it off the boards, and it'll be played over. That's going to be number 29, and that's Corey Perdames. And then Sioux Falls 1 was able to take the puck and throw it all the way down with now 55 seconds left to go here in the first period. Here is now Brock Mulwitz, and Mulwitz will throw it off the boards, and will be offside as that one went off the boards. I think he was trying to get that angle to continue to go with it. So
it looked like offsides. I was waiting for the whistle, and it came a little late.
48.3 left to go here in the first period. 3-1 lead for Sioux Falls 2, and they have a minute 34 left in the power play. Faceoff was taken by Sioux Falls 2. Nick Lohr will play it back over for Vockler. Vockler's got one of these 3 goals. He passes over for Vollen, and here comes Anthony Vollen in. He'll swing to wide and then throw it over for Moore, and that pass goes off of a skate and then cleared away. Now here's a breakaway the other way. Here comes Matt Haar in. Haar, he shoots and he does not score. It went high over Flanagan. There is their chance to make it 3-2, but now the other way, 3-on-2. Vockler is in. Vockler with a shot that gets blocked down by Gromer. 15 to go in the period. Here's a chance for Corey with a shot, and the save is made. Played back out of the blue line, just past Vollen, and it goes out of the zone.
John, I thought it was in. Yeah,
I thought
it was in.
I thought he scored too. There's a good pass over with 1 second to go. There's a shot at the buzzer, and it goes wide. And we have played 1 period, and it's a 3-1 Sioux Falls 2 lead on 3 straight goals.
That was a good first period.
Very good first period here for Sioux Falls 2. Really good first period of hockey.
Yeah.
And there's still 34 seconds. So actually, I don't know how much time is going to be left in the penalty because the clock's ticking it down right now. But there's still going to be a good 50 seconds, I believe, left in the penalty power play for Sioux Falls 2 to start the second period. So it is 3-1 after 1. We step aside. We come back with our first intermission as you're listening to the state hockey tournament on Capital City Rock, CapitalCityRock.com, 1480 KSDR, and on YouTube at Capital City Rock hockey
Sport.
fans. First National Bank is excited to sponsor the 2021 Varsity Hockey State Tournament. Good luck to all the talented players, and a special shout out to our hometown team, the Hawaii Capitals. At First National Bank, we're always on your team and ready with the assist to reach your financial goals. Check us out at firstnationalbanks.com or at First National BNK on Facebook. Member FDIC and an equal housing lender. Tired of walking out in the morning with a thick layer of frost and having to scrape your car? Don't want to freeze sitting waiting for the car to warm up? Well, what are you waiting for? Call Jason and the crew at Sunmasters in Pierre, and they can install your remote start today so you can stay warm this winter and keep those windshields defrosted from the comfort inside your home. Call 224-6102 or stop in today at 1020 East Sioux Avenue. Sunmasters in Pierre.
In 2020, we learned keeping close to home and family is more important than ever. As a locally owned and operated financial institution, Dakota Land Federal Credit Union has been keeping it close to home since 1935, offering you a full lineup of services with local decision-making and local servicing. If you live, work, worship, or attend school in any of our 27 counties, Dakota Land Federal Credit Union is as close to home as it gets. Equal housing lender, member NCUA.
The Clubhouse Hotel and Suites has Midwestern charm and unprecedented attention to detail that provides the perfect getaway. The Clubhouse Hotel and Suites provides a complimentary deluxe continental breakfast featuring hot waffles, biscuits, and gravy. They also have an indoor children's water playland, whirlpool and fitness center, and a beautiful backyard patio with seasonal fire pits. Everyone deserves a night away. Call 605-494-2582 to make your reservation today. The Clubhouse Hotel and Suites. Experience luxury in the heart of South Dakota.
Hey, it's Julia from Oahe Federal Credit Union, letting you know that our recreational special is back again with terms up to 10 years, no payments for 90 days, and rates as low as 2.4% APR. Apply online or stop in at 221 East Pleasant Drive in Pierre and let Jameson or I get you started.
People helping people. Oahe Federal Credit Union.
And we are back here at the Shields Iceplex. It's the end of the first period, a 3-1 lead for Sioux Falls 2 over Sioux Falls 1. And kind of fun, you guys, that at least for me, they're having some trivia here in the stands, and they talked about the St. Louis Blues. So that makes me happy for the rest of the day.
Yeah, we knew you would get that one right.
Yeah. I didn't even hear the question at first, and I still knew the answer.
Yeah, he knew the answer, didn't even know the question.
All I heard was St. Louis Blues. I figured that was going to be the answer. But 3-1 lead here for Sioux Falls 2 over Sioux Falls 1. The winner will meet the winner of Brookings and Watertown, which will be our final game of the day coming up here in just a little bit. But Sioux Falls 1 led 1-0. A power play goal by Jacob Olson, and then it turned into Vockler, Moore, and Edwards all scoring in a row to go 3-1, and that's where we stand after the first period.
Well, just like what we thought this one was going to be, it's kind of interesting to watch these kids interact. They're friends, but anytime they skate next to each other, they kind of jab their elbow out a little bit, and some of it's maybe in kidding, but some of it's just the intense competition that these two teams have. They've competed for spots to get on a certain team. They compete all year long with each other. They probably compete in other sports, and they go to the same school together, but there is a different interaction between these two teams than any of the other teams we've seen.
And it started right away. I mean, we had a penalty called in the first 13 seconds of the hockey game. I mean, that's – and I don't mean that as in both teams are dirty. I absolutely don't mean that. I'm just saying that the intensity is already there because of the rivalry that these two teams have.
There's a number of players on these two teams that are from outside of Sioux Falls. For example, Nick Lohr's from Brandon. You have Brock Malwitz from Hartford, goes to West Central High School. So you have some kids, even though they're playing for Sioux Falls, they're actually outside of the city. Carson Clark goes to Garrettson.
Yeah.
Interestingly enough.
They commute to practice.
Boston Nelson, I love that kid's name. And, of course, he goes to Brandon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Sioux Falls, these two Sioux Falls teams, they draw from a long ways away out of the city, and they come together on this ice every day to practice, and they have to make these teams. That's where some of this competition starts.
Ryan Flanagan is from Garrettson also. So, interestingly enough.
There's a lot of high schools represented here on Sioux Falls.
Evan Ebersbacher is from Brandon also.
Yeah, and you know, that makes it for a lot of these teams, that for Sioux Falls, but for a lot of the teams outside outside of Sioux Falls Association, they're pulling maybe Rushmore's pulling from a couple different high schools, but Watertown, they're probably not pulling from a whole lot of different high schools. Same with the Caps, and the same with Brookings, and same with Huron. There's not a whole lot of different high schools represented, but that also kind of makes things interesting. It makes things interesting for Sioux Falls 1 and 2 to have all these kids that don't go to school with each other. They don't see each other. I mean, they probably do outside of hockey, but they don't see each other in school every day. Yeah. And that's a big thing of why some teams are good too, is because they're such good friends at school all the time.
Yep, and depth. You draw from all these different high schools, and these guys are running 4 lines pretty much interchangeably, and all the defensive players. These 2 teams are deep.
Oh, yeah.
They just have a lot of kids, and they have full benches.
Yeah.
They've got as many as they can possibly have.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of these kids that play, some of the kids that are on the second or maybe even the third or fourth lines for these 2 teams could probably be playing on a first line somewhere else.
Sure, absolutely.
Yeah.
It's a 3-1 lead here for Sioux Falls 2 over Sioux Falls 1. Again, the winner of this game will face the winner of Brookings and Watertown. That'll be coming up tomorrow. That's the final game of tomorrow. That's at 7:35. The Capitals will face the Rushmore Thunder tomorrow afternoon at 4:35. And, of course, Huron and the Sioux Center are playing right now, or will be playing tomorrow in the first game. That game has already been made for tomorrow morning. So it is 3-1 here after one period. We will step aside. We will come back with more of the first intermission. You're listening to the state tournament on Capital City Rock, CapitalCityRock.com, on 1480 KSDR, and on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports.
Lace up your shoes, because it's back.
ReliaBank's March Mortgage Madness.
Apply for a mortgage in March, and when your loan closes,
you could earn $500 that will be deposited into your ReliaBank account.
Visit your local ReliaBank branch or go to ReliaBankMortgage.com for more details. Terms and conditions apply. Home purchase applications only. Subject to loan approval.
It's ReliaBank's March Mortgage Madness. Apply, close, earn $500. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Insurance. We all need it to protect our homes, health, businesses, and belongings. But having adequate coverage is just the beginning. You also need the support of professionals who stand by your side to protect what's important to you. Fisher Rounds & Associates combines the coverage you want with the commitment you need. Fisher Rounds & Associates. At your service, at your side. With offices in Pierre, Mitchell, Watertown, Sioux Falls, and Rapid City.
Tired of walking out in the morning with a thick layer of frost and having to scrape your car? Don't want to freeze sitting waiting for the car to warm up? Well, what are you waiting for? Call Jason and the crew at Sunmasters in Pierre, and they can install your remote start today so you can stay warm this winter and keep those windshields defrosted from the comfort inside your home. Call 224-6102 or stop in today at 1020 East Sioux Avenue. Sunmasters in Pierre.
Introducing new Queso Blanco from Taco John's. It amplifies everything on our menu, kind of like a hype man. Melty, cheesy, white cheddar goodness.
Came in dripping.
With just the right amount of jalapeno heat.
Where my peppers at? Oh yeah, right here in the queso.
Our Queso Blanco remixes anything, like the Boss Burrito for only $6.
Remix!
Download our app for exclusive deals at Taco John's. Bigger, bolder, better.
Never enough queso.
Hey, this is Chris Busher, driver of the number 17 Fastenal Ford. Are you looking for ways to move your business forward faster? Fastenal can help with solutions to bring speed and efficiency to your supply chain. Get the best industrial brands, names like Milwaukee, MCR, and Kimberly-Clark Professional, in ways that minimize stockouts, total cost of ownership, and inventory on hand. From industrial vending to automated bins, Fastenal has a supply solution to move the needle on your business goals.
And we welcome you back here to Shields Iceplex. That is a 3-1 lead for Sioux Falls 2 over Sioux Falls 1 after one period. Jumping alongside Jim Lloyd and Jeff Anderson. And guys, good first period between two really good teams.
Yes. Strong on their skates, good passing teams, very physical. Nothing wrong with that. So they do it all. They have good goaltending.
Yeah, we saw some really good saves.
Yeah.
We saw 4 goals in the first period. We saw some really good saves.
I think if you look at a Rushmore team, the Rushmore Thunder, you look at Oahe, You look at these two teams, I think you'll look at Brookings tonight same way. I don't think you're going to see a lot of flaws in their game.
No, and for Watertown, of course we'll talk about that here in just a little bit, but Watertown's probably hopefully watch how Huron played well against the Capitals and how well Sioux Center played against Rushmore and say, we got to do that, but we got to continue to do that. We can't we can't have one good period and one good period and a half and think that we can win the hockey game.
And it's always difficult for a high school team to play 3 periods.
Yeah.
And I think every coach in the state struggles with that. We've had many interviews throughout the season and last season, and every coach says we have to play 3 periods. We have to play 3 periods. But for a high school kid, I think it's hard to get them to play 3 periods.
Well, and then, of course, there was probably 10, 12 years ago that they upped the length of the period from 15 minutes to 17. So he adds on another 6 minutes to a game.
Yep.
And,
Makes a difference.
Yeah, it does make a difference. Of course, they haven't gotten yet to college. It goes to 20.
Yep.
Or
but this game is so physical.
Oh, yeah.
And takes so much out of these kids. And they quite honestly, they lose focus once in a while throughout the games.
Yeah.
3-1 is their score here after the first period. We step aside. We come back and have the second period for you next. You're listening to the state tournament on Capital City Rock, CapitalCityRock.com, 1480 KSTR, and on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports. Dr. Brian Hermanson serves Central South Dakota with specialty root canal treatment. Hermanson Endodontics aims to provide root canal treatment that is not only comfortable, but has a quality-first emphasis. We believe that by preserving as much healthy tooth as possible, we can help you retain your natural teeth longer. This is accomplished with state-of-the-art 3-dimensional imaging and the dental operating microscope to guide diagnosis and treatment. Ask your dentist if a root canal specialist is right for you. Hermanson Endodontics, 1709 North Lincoln Avenue in Pierre.
When you're in the need for high-quality replacement auto parts, look no further than Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop in Pierre. Zanders has been servicing the Pierre area for over 40 years. Their professional parts techs can get you the parts you need and get you back on the road. Stop by Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop at 500 West Sioux in Pierre or call 224-9221. Zanders, your source for domestic and foreign auto parts and accessories.
If you live, work, worship, or attend school in any of our 27 counties, Dakota Land Federal Credit Union is the best way to harness the power of a not-for-profit financial institution. Locally owned and operated, Dakota Land is known for competitive rates, local decision-making, and local loan servicing. An auto or home loan at any of our 11 convenient locations keeps your money where it belongs. At home, let's put the power of a local financial cooperative to work for you. Dakota Land, Equal Housing Lender, member NCUA.
Hello, hockey fans. First National Bank is excited to sponsor the 2021 Varsity Hockey State Tournament. Good luck to all the talented players, and a special shout out to our hometown team, the Hawaii Capitals. At First National Bank, we're always on your team and ready with the assist to reach your financial goals. Check us out at firstnationalbanks.com or at First National BNK on Facebook. Member FDIC and an equal housing lender.
Introducing new Queso Blanco from Taco John's. It amplifies everything on our menu, kind of like a hype man. Melty, cheesy, white cheddar goodness.
Came in dripping.
With just the right amount of jalapeno heat.
Where my peppers at? Oh yeah, right here in the queso.
Our Queso Blanco remixes anything, like the Boss Burrito for only $6.
Remix!
Download our app for exclusive deals at Taco John's. Bigger, bolder, better.
Never enough queso.
Back here at the Shields Iceplex as we are set for period number 2 between the Sioux Falls 2 Flyers and the Sioux Falls 1 Flyers. John Winkler alongside Jim Lloyd and Jeff Anderson.
You'd have thought they could have come up with a different name so they don't have Flyers for both of them, couldn't they?
It would be kind of fun to have, Sioux Falls and call them the Flyers and, I don't know, propellers or something like that. Keep the Flyer name, but kind of go with the deviation of it. Go with the different.
Because I would have to think that's a little bit confusing for some people.
Yeah.
For John.
Yeah, right. And everybody else listening.
Right?
Coach Steele and the assistant coaches, John Kotonik and Brian Hermanson, are listening, and they're enjoying trying to figure out who's got the puck. And
are they ever confused, those guys?
They're always confused.
Are they confused?
They're always confused.
I figured that.
Yeah. They've been sending me a lot of text messages just trying to mess me up, but
It's not going to work.
We're professionals up here.
Not going to work.
Coaches are always confused.
Pick on somebody else. It's not going to work.
46 seconds are left of the power play as we start the second period as we are underway. And it will be Sioux Falls 1 bringing in the zone. They're looking to attack shorthanded, but it will be taken down here by Sioux Falls 2. The pass goes over for Max Moore off of his skate and then dumped back down by the Flyers, and that's the Flyers 1 team. Here is Sioux Falls 2 with the puck. Vockler gets tripped up. Here comes another penalty coming up. Vockler will wind up with a shot. That goes wide. It'll come back for Corey. And Corey will play it. Jorgen Corey. He'll turn. His pass was a hard pass, and it'll be intercepted by Sioux Falls 1. And with 14 seconds left to go, we're going to have a 5-on-3 for that 14 seconds.
Ryan Berglund goes off
another penalty by 1, and it's kind of getting to the point where it's getting to be quite a few.
Yeah.
It really is, and it's something that they're going to have to clean up if they're going to try to get back in this thing.
And when you look at it too, I think Sioux Falls 2 had more penalty minutes and more times shorthanded than they did on the power play than Sioux Falls 2. There's a shot. They score! 5-on-3. I don't think it was tipped in. Cade Edwards got his second. And it's 4-1 with 16:22 to go here in the second period. And they got a minute 55 left on this next power play.
Oh, power plays are really starting to bite.
Oh, that's
right
their
now.
third one.
Yep, it's really making a difference.
They're making Sioux Falls pay for it.
Those Pelican Power Sports power plays are really, really changing the game.
So it's still 5-on-4. It's still a power play here for Sioux Falls 2. Flanagan will play it back behind the nets. Edwards will get the goal, and Mulwitz will get the assist. Here comes Edwards back in. He's looking for the hat trick. We play back around. Sioux Falls 1 looking maybe to attack shorthanded, trying to get over to it, and playing it forward is Althoff, but he gets pushed off the puck. And it'll be played back here by Sioux Falls 2. And it'll be played around as Brock Mulwitz. And it will be Mulwitz to hold the zone. Back down to be played behind the net, comes in front, and that one goes back toward the other side of the net. Cade Edwards with a shot, and a save is made, looking for a redirect. And again, over there was Dominic Skolden. He's been on the power play here. He's the guy that sits in front of the net. You don't see him very often, but we'll have a penalty coming up. And a slash is called. And it's going to be Sioux Falls 1 again going in the penalty box.
The hinges on that door over there are starting to squeak.
Yeah.
And Althoff has gone in the penalty box for the second time here today, so he's going to be careful. And it's 5-on-3 for a minute. 15:27 to go here in the second period.
All the momentum's in Sioux Falls 2 corner of the ice.
Down 4-1 here, you surely don't need to be 5-on-3. But it does happen, and they're going to do it for a minute. And then it's going to go 5-on-4 for another minute.
And
Coach is trying to get an explanation here. Sioux Falls 1 is trying to get an explanation. The referees are going to go to both benches.
Ben Prisby. Oh, they're going to take both guys. There's not going to be a power play. They're going to take both guys for a slash. And I think I don't know if they won the argument or if there was much of an argument.
Well, that's a better situation. That's a better situation for
the
one.
The officials don't want this game to get out of hand.
And, with what happened and how the referee put the hand up, it did kind of seem like it would result in a matching minor. So it'll remain 5-on-4 for another minute. Anthony Volland, he lost the puck to Thomas Clinton. It's going to be for Dames that will go to the penalty box with that slash. Now here's a chance for Max Moore as he'll carry it in on the power play. Gets checked off the puck, but here's a shot from Volland that gets blocked up. Volland will play it back over. Vockler with a shot, and that was blockered down by Heiser. That was up near his mask.
Yeah.
He was able to blocker that down. That was be played at the glass, and it was back behind the nets. Nick Gromer's pass goes off of the stick of Nick Lohr, and then Gromer was able to swing that all the way around. It's a fresh sheet of ice as Flanagan will play it all the way up, misses the stick, and it'll go all the way down, and then we'll call an icing on Sioux Falls 2.
Once in a while, those goalies just like to flick the puck down, don't they?
Oh, yeah.
They're looking for a chance to get an assist. And I've not seen yet, I don't know how many times in the state association that we've seen a goalie score a goal on an empty net, but I would love to see that happen at some point.
Well, and it's a great play to break out. If you have a goalie that can flip it out towards the blue line and make that work, it is a good play.
So now here is Sioux Falls 2 as they'll get a 3-on-2 going as the power play expires. And then it goes off the referee in the pass. That one is a break for Sioux Falls 1 as of right now, as they will get the puck from their own end in the corner and then turn it over. Carson Clark was able to steal the puck. It'll be played back over for Clark. And Clark trying to get on the backhand. Be played back around though. And now here's a chance for Emmett Hansen. Plays it up, goes off of a skate, and Matthew Haar, after a diving play from Cade Edwards, to throw that puck into the corner. There's a shot that goes in the net after it was blocked up. With 13:57 to go here in the second period, and a 4-1 lead for Sioux Falls 2.
Goalies are frustrated forwards.
11-7 in shots in favor of Sioux Falls 2. Face-off will be the right of Flanagan, won by Sioux Falls 2, and then out off the glass and down. And with that ice, they'll wave off icing right at the last second. So Jacob Olsen threw it up, and it'll be here in the corner for Malwitz. And Malwitz will turn. His pass goes back to the blue line. Here's a shot from Eberspacher that gets blocked down, and Ryan Berglund will fish it out of his own end. Matthew Haar the other way, 2-on-1 in the zone with Clinton. Haar with a shot. That one goes wide the glove side of Flanagan. Try to go short side on the glove side. Here's back to Berglund, and Berglund will play it around for Jacob Olsen. Olsen with a shot, looking for a redirect, and it was a save made by Flanagan. Matthew Haar was in front, but a cover for the whistle with 13:21 to go here in the second period.
Matthew Haar sitting in a good position for a redirect, and he almost got it.
So here is Garrett Everson on the faceoff. It's won by Anthony Vollen. Played around, but will not come out of the zone. Missed the pass for Lorp. Eberspacher plays it over, and then it will be iced by Vollen with 13:07 to go here in the second period.
Corey took a big check into the boards that time.
13:07 left to go here in the second period. Faceoff will be to the left of Flanagan, won by Sioux Falls 1. Here's a shot that gets tipped, and it then goes wide. Played back around, and missing the puck was Sioux Falls 2. As it's played from White Hermson, and that shot comes in front, and Flanagan on top of the crease was able to make the save to get the whistle.
Everson came in like a rocket, and somehow Flanagan saw that. I don't know how he did. So much traffic in front.
Flanagan's a big boy.
12:54 left to go here in the second period. And Connor Helbert is talking with the official, saying that the change wasn't that late, but he had to keep his guys on the bench. Didn't win the argument with the referee. As it will be played back, here's Garrett Everson. And Everson, his pass comes in front, trying to stuff it in. Flanagan is there, and they're saying that they're going to wave it off. And Althoff cannot believe it.
Gromer thinks he's got a goal this second of the game.
Althoff is, he went over there.
Althoff, yeah.
Usually when a kid like that, it's pretty positive it was in. And if I were to bet, it crossed the line somewhere along the line. Referees didn't see it. They can't see it all. Althoff saw it.
And unfortunately,
Althoff goes, I got a goal and they ain't gonna give it to me.
He's still upset. He said it's in.
And Coach Prisby down talking to the official. But we no goal. And unfortunately, our technology hasn't got to the point of where we can put a camera inside the goal yet. So we have it here as Vockler comes in offside.
That's not because we haven't thought of it.
Our technology is pretty good, though.
Yeah,
it's pretty good. It's working out pretty well. We got a brand new easel in here.
Yeah, Derek let us use the new tripod here so we can.
If you remember the last game, the camera work kind of started rocking and rolling. That's because our easel broke.
Yeah, we had a little trouble with that. That was the one thing that I was not expecting to have happen, and that kind of a break too. Sioux Falls 1 has it. Pass from Gromer. He played back a bouncing puck and a good hand glove there by Anthony Volland to throw it back out, by Kate Edwards. And the pass goes off of a skate. It'll be no icing. Played back Matthew Hart, but he's checked off the puck by John Matheson. Back for Hart, though, behind the nets. Hart is pass, he fans on it. Tries to get another chance. That one got blocked up. Hart still has it on the near side. He'll try and turn with it, but it'll be back for Berglund. And Berglund's running the boards by Vockler. Thomas Clinton could not get to it. And then Sioux Falls 2 will exit the zone right on this tape of Zach Vockler, and he'll carry it in 2-on-2. Vockler goes off his skates, and a shot and a save made by Heiser with 11:41 to go here in the second period.
And Mulwich looking for a rebound right there, trailing on the play.
So a 4-1 lead, 13-10 in shots in favor of Sioux Falls 2. The biggest thing is that Sioux Falls 2 is 2 for 4 the power play. As Sioux Falls 1 now will take the puck, but they don't get it very far out in the neutral zone. Easton Beavers goes across for Volland. And Volland on the backhand will play it down off the stick of Heiser. Sioux Falls 1 player lost his stick. Nick Lohr over now as Corey will throw it back behind the net. Here's Volland. And Anthony Volland on the back end. His pass, that one's going to be intercepted. And now a chance to go the other way for Emmett Hansen. Hansen gets in. He was running out of gas. He didn't get the shot away. And then Ryan Flanagan's upended by Hansen. And a net comes off its moorings and we get a whistle. Hansen had to be out of gas because he was slowing down towards the end. He just didn't have enough to get there.
Yeah, and he knew that he was under pressure, so he ducked down, tried to protect the puck, and it was too late.
And Ben Prisby again will be talking with the official.
I'm sure he's wanting some sort of hook there or interference would be my guess.
You know, and that was good defensive play here because I didn't catch the number. Just basically pushed Hansen. Hansen was running out of steam, and he just pushed him off the puck.
Yeah, I thought it was a pretty good play.
Now, when he barreled into Flanagan, if the referee called a penalty on Hansen, then I could see Coach Prisby having a real hard time with that since he got pushed into him. But there was no call on either side, and now we get a whistle, and a penalty is coming up on Sioux Falls 1.
That's going to be a cross check right in front of the net, right in front of Flanagan. I think that's going to go on Althoff.
And we got a penalty coming up. And that's on Althoff. That's his third.
Is it really?
Yeah, he's got 2 so far.
Yep.
I happened to be looking that way at the time, and it was definitely a cross check.
And boy, Sioux Falls 1 bench exploded with that penalty call.
Yeah, so he's done.
Yeah, Althoff's going to head back to the locker room here.
Early afternoon for him with 11:01 left in this second period. He's a great player. Plays with intensity, always has.
So Althoff is done with his third penalty. On the cross check with 11:01 to go here in the second period, and now the 5th power play for Sioux Falls 2. And the faceoff will come out of the zone.
And penalties have been an issue for Sioux Falls 1 thus far in this game.
So on the faceoff, it's won by Sioux Falls 2. Here's Nick Lohr. This pass intercepted. Matthew Harrell fake a shot. Then his pass goes over for Berglund just a little bit too far as they're looking to score shorthanded. They're down by 3 with 10:47 to go here in the second period. 1:45 left to go on the power play for Sioux Falls 2. So Althoff is done for the rest of this game with his third penalty. Anthony Volland comes off of his shoulder pads, and he'll carry it in the offensive end. Volland on a saucer pass that got knocked down and still controlled by Sioux Falls 2. Lohr goes across, be played over. More with a shot goes wide. Corey is looking for a tip in. It'll be played back around. And Jacob Olsen almost toe-picked himself along with the help of Corey in the near side corner. Corey will let it go back over for Vockler. And Vockler will throw it towards the net. Got blocked down. It's still loose. A backhander and a good save made on the right pad of Caden Heiser. It'll be played all the way down. Flanagan comes out of his net to play in the corner and play it back behind the net for Vockler. 55 to go on the power play. Anthony Volland from his own blue line. Lost the puck, goes all the way back to Flanagan, and he'll recover again. And now here is Volland. And Volland will play it over up for Moore. And Max Moore brings it in. He gets checked by two different Sioux Falls 1 players, but it's still controlled. This one by Dominic Skolten. Skolten might be going to the front of that net. Here's Vollen again. Skolten does go to the front of the net, but it's going to be taken here by Sioux Falls 1. They're looking to attack shorthanded. In comes Emmett Nathan. Nathan will get another chance, and a save made by Flanagan with 17 to go. Still looking to attack shorthanded. Sioux Falls will make a change. Sioux Falls 1 it is that will make the change. Jack Sievert gets upended. Thomas Clinton trying to get to it. Now Sievert has it. And Sievert now will bring it in the zone. Sievert with a shot that goes wide, and that will end the power play. So we're back to full strength here, 5-on-5. And Perdame's back in his own end. We'll play it over for Sievert. Sievert flips it up just off the stick of Cam Ponto. And then it will be now taken here by Emmett Hansen. Hansen in. Hands it over for Garrett Everson, but couldn't get a shot. He'll leave it go back and play back for Olsen. That shot came through, goes off the skate. There's another chance, and that one got through when Flanagan made the save. And now here's Sioux Falls 2 again with 8:20 to play, 8:25 to play here in the second period. And a good defensive play there by Nick Gromer to keep Carson Clark off the puck. Here's Cam Ponto again, third line for Sioux Falls 2 is out. And Cam Ponto will throw a couple cross checks, and they'll let the play continue. Flipped up. Back to the blue line, and a shot and a save made. That came from Josh Peterson. First time we've said his name this afternoon. And we get a whistle with 8:07 to play here in the second period. You're listening to KCCR FM Blunt, KSDR Watertown. As we have passed the 3 o'clock hour, game 3 of 4. Sioux Falls 2 leading Sioux Falls 1, 4-1 with 8:07 to play here in the second period.
Ponto and Olsen at the end of that shift having a few words. Friendly fire.
Josh Peterson again with a shot. That one got blocked down, never made its way through. And the trip is coming up on Sioux Falls 2. Vockler is going to get called for it. But here's a chance now for Sioux Falls 1 to maybe get an extra attacker, but it will be touched up by Josh Peterson. And we'll get a penalty called. And a trip is called against Sioux Falls 2 and Vockler.
A trip that was kind of hard to avoid there. Kind of got in the wrong spot. Tripped him up.
Shots on goal pretty even, actually, with Sioux Falls 2 having a 14-11 advantage.
Well, that seems really low.
Yeah, it really does. 7:54 to go, period number 2.
Garrett Everson.
Pink scoreboard.
Garrett Everson on the face-off. It will be down the other way, and here's a chance for Corey looking to attack short-handed, and a good stick from the defenseman of Jacob Olsen. It'll be played back for Olsen, and Olsen will leave it, and now here's a chance for Nick Gromer. And Gromer's pass off the stick of Nick Lohr, and then Lohr will throw Matthew Haar into the boards, and then we get another penalty. Interference is going to be called on Nick Lohr. So we will have 5-on-3 for 1:38 for Sioux Falls 1.
Golden opportunity to get back in this game.
And it's the second and third power plays now for Sioux Falls 1. They're 1 for 1 so far. And the faceoff will be right at center ice. 1:38 of 5-on-3. So plenty of time here for Sioux Falls 1 to get something set up, and they've got to score here. 5-on-3, you've got to find a way to score. Matt Haar is in the zone. Matt Haar, pass across. Gromer with a shot, and a save made by Flanagan. And a whistle with 7:19 left to go.
Right in the breadbasket.
This is a must-score opportunity here for Sioux Falls 1.
It is. They really have to get one in here and get a little momentum the other way.
Jacob Olsen lost the puck, and then it will be played out for Emmett Hansen. And here comes Emmett Hansen. Hansen will bring it in the zone. He'll walk it in the zone. Just gliding back behind the nets. Hansen now plays it across. 1:05 to go on the two-man advantage. Olsen plays it across, now over. Gromer walks it in. His shot, save made by Flanagan. Everson will play it back over for Olsen again. Pass goes back for Gromer. Gromer might try it again. He lost the puck. Pass comes in front, and Jacob Olsen trying to keep it in. A good job there by Olsen right at the blue line to hold the zone. Off the stick of Gromer. In the corner, off the glass and out of the zone. That was by Cade Edwards. That's a huge clear there by Sioux Falls 2. And now Heiser will tee it up for Olsen. And Jacob Olsen, he's got the lone goal for Sioux Falls 1 as Hansen brings it in. Pass goes over. Here's a shot that gets blocked down. It might have stung Eberspacher. And it'll be played back across for Everson. 20 to go on the two-man advantage. Comes in front, and then now not shot away from Sioux Falls 1. Olsen again. His shot. Save made on the glove of Flanagan. And then there's a huge hit from, well, I don't know if the huge hit, but Jorgen Corey. Corey was able to kind of push Evan Hansen to the ground. Maybe a little extra fall back from Hansen.
Yeah, he was falling anyway, right?
That's what Corey's saying. Hansen's saying I was standing straight up. There's no way that I was getting pushed down.
Jacob Olsen did a nice job that time on playing defense and holding the line. Kind of controlled that power play.
Faceoff was won by Sioux Falls 1, but it was too cleanly back out to the neutral zone. Losing the puck was Emmett Nathan. Down to 3 seconds to go. Now it'll be 5-on-4 as Ryan Berglund will bring it in. Berglund on his backhand. Trying to get to the front of the net with 15 to go on the power play. Berglund still with it. He'll go back to the far side. Plays it back out. Back for Berglund with 8 to go. He bounced over his stick. And now he'll be grabbed in the corner by Tristan Schlechter. Here's a shot all the way through, and that one misses. And that will end the 5-on-3 and 5-on-4 power play. And Sioux Falls 1 didn't get the goal that they were gifted up with a two-man advantage for a minute and a half. And here comes now Anthony Volland. Volland on the back end. A shot, a save made by Heiser. Kind of took him by surprise. Back out, and Eberspacher will play it. Trying to get it back up, and it will be played back in. Actually, that was Jorgen Curry that took that shot. It'll be played out to nearly too many men on the ice for Sioux Falls 2. But it's going to be Brock Malwitz now. Malwitz with a pass in front, and that one misses everybody. And then cleared the zone by Sioux Falls 1. And it will go down for an icing. And a penalty is coming up to Sioux Falls 2. But that one's going to be Brock Malwitz with a
second.
rough. Yeah,
he's second.
Now he's going to be careful. He gets called for a rough with 4:48 to play here in the second period. And now it's the fourth power play for Sioux Falls 1. And again, 4:48 to go in the second period. They're down by 3. They've got to score. They've got to find a way to score here.
They certainly need one this period.
So here is Sioux Falls 1 again on the power play. Max Moore. He'll play it around for Cade Edwards. And Edwards plays it over. And it's Emmett Hansen that now has it for Sioux Falls 1. Back over for Jacob Olsen. And Olsen will walk it to the blue line. Pass goes for Hansen as he brings it in. Emmett Hansen, his pass to the front, and be played now by Everson. Here's another shot. That's a tough angle. That's save made by Flanagan and cleared by Sioux Falls 2. With 4:12 left to go here in the second period. Olsen will grab it back behind the net, and he'll race out away from the intruding Max Moore. Everson almost lost the puck, comes back to Everson with one hand on his stick. He gets tripped up, and no call. But the net did come off its moorings with 3:56 to go.
Was it tripping or not tripping?
It was not tripping, and they'll just fix the net. That was a really light whistle, too.
Yeah. I'm sure that was the referee. Is it tripping or is it not tripping? It's not tripping.
1:08 to go here, still in the power play for Sioux Falls 1. Down by 3 here in the second period. Again, we have one game left after this one. Jeff Anderson's got the call for you, as it's going to be Watertown and Brookings, the 1-8 matchup. There's a shot and a save made by Flanagan. Boy, that was another tough angle.
Yeah.
That came from Matt Haar.
He wasn't quite sure where that was either.
And Flanagan kind of almost backed into his own net. That could have been almost a goal off the save of Flanagan.
Yeah, that's a tough one for a goalie. It comes in on your side.
And here is now Eberspacher as he'll play it around. Pass, that one misses. And now here is Jack Sievert, and then cleared by Sioux Falls 2. That was by Corey. Still 44 to go on the power play. Sioux Falls 1 with possession. A pass goes across. And then Matt Haar, he'll turn with it. after not handling the pass cleanly. And Harr's in the zone. Jack Sievert, he'll get in front of Har, take the puck away from him. A couple of guys will make around. There's a good glove there by Sioux Falls 1 to hold the zone. There's a rebound in front, and Flanagan somehow was able to cover it for a whistle. That was a great play. That was by Emmett Nathan to hold the zone, and that puck was bouncing around 2 to 3 seconds before Flanagan was able to cover.
That's some good goaltending.
Face-off will be to the right of Flanagan. And it's won by Sioux Falls 1. That shot went wide. It'll be played all the way back around. Olsen got to it first with 13 to go in the power play. This one will be trying to be cleared up, and it will go all the way down. Heiser will have to come out of his net to play it. And he's got Carson Clark racing after him. And then at the blue line, it was held in off the glove of Clark. He brought it down, and now here's Sioux Falls 1 with it. Hansen, after the penalty has expired, so we're back to 5-on-5 with 2:40 to play here in the second period. And Sioux Falls 2 has possession again. Pass goes over. Here's Carson Clark in. Clark will swing wide. His pass comes in front. The shot goes off the crossbar and doesn't go in. Back over for Matheson with a shot, and a save is made. And then we got oh boy, they have a couple guys. There's a lot of pushing here. And frustration setting in for Sioux Falls 1.
Heiser's involved. Heiser kind of came out of the crease there. I think I don't know if they're going to find some penalties here. It might take just a little bit to sort this one out.
Yeah, we're going to have, I wouldn't be surprised if we get 2 guys from each team go in the penalty box.
You got 1, you got 2.
It's
going to be offsetting. They might just leave it at that.
Austin Reiners for Sioux Falls 1. And now I did not catch the number of the Sioux Falls 2 player that went in the box.
Extracurricular activity is what they call that, right in front of the net. And there was probably about 3 or 4 violations there. Possibly could have been penalties, but the referees are probably going to just take 1 from each and let things play out. There was no harm.
It's state tournament hockey.
Yeah.
If you're not up for it, if you're not a little bit extra motivated and the you don't want to get too frustrated, but that extra motivation of a state tournament game kind of raises the blood pressure of everybody.
Well, then you're also talking 17 and 18-year-olds.
That doesn't help.
16-year-olds, yeah.
It doesn't help when they're 30 to 40 years old and the NHL still playing. They still get kind of angry. There's a shot that one misses. Carson Clark is the one that goes for roughing. There's a pass that comes to the slot and then cleared away by Sioux Falls 1, and will go down for an icing with 1:59 to go here in the second period.
And you have to know that the referees know what's at stake in these two. They're gonna call it fair, but try not to get overzealous also with calls.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing too, is the referees know what's at stake. They know that they don't want to determine a game. It's a regular season game. There's probably more guys that go to the penalty box, but a state tournament game, you let things go a little bit more. Kate Edwards with a shot. That one got knocked down by the high stick of Vockler, and so it'll be a high stick that will take the puck out of the zone. Actually, will go all the way down for a Sioux Falls 1 offensive zone face-off.
Heiser showing his quickness there. With a great save right at his mask height.
So here, 1:50 left to go in the second period. 4-1 lead for Sioux Falls 2. 17-17 in shots now between these two teams. So here is Everson on the face-off win by Sioux Falls 1. It comes back around for Hansen. And Hansen, going to his knees, was able to throw the pass across to the slot, but it was taken by Edwards. And now here comes Anthony Volland in. Volland with a shot off the stick of Heiser, and he sticked it in the netting for a puck out of play with 1:34 to go here in the second period.
Caden Heiser, I think, is starting to find a little bit of a groove right now. Playing well.
And he's going to be an important part of this third period. There's a shot that gets blocked up. Here's another chance. That was a shot. It was redirected, and it's loose in front. Heiser was able to turn back around and keep it out of the back of the nets. The linesman got down to a knee to see if it went into the back of the net or not.
You try to get that goalie moving left to right, and that's where they got him out of position that time.
That was Heiser in a groove, all right.
Yeah.
I was going to say.
Dove onto his back.
You either jinxed him right there or you were prophetic about that, because that is, you got to be on your game to make that save.
Yep.
And an impressive save from Caden Heiser. They keep it 4-1 with 1:29 to go. The faceoff was won by Sioux Falls 1. They'll throw it down, and it will be an icing with 1:23 to go. So again, 4:35 is our last game between Brookings and Watertown. That's the last game of the day. We turn back around tomorrow morning at 11:35 with Huron and Sioux Center. And then it'll be the loser of this game against the loser of next game at the 2:05 time slot. So we're going to be done earlier today than we will tomorrow. We're going to start a little bit later tomorrow. 1:23 to go here in the second period. Faceoff was won by Sioux Falls 1. On the backhand, can't get out of the zone. It'll be played back and trying to get it out, and it will be coming out. So that was by Tristan Schlechter. Everson, that's a delayed offside, but it will be played back out in the neutral zone. And Schlechter will race after it again and play it back over for Olsen. And Olsen goes up, tipped by Hansen right into the Sioux Falls 1 bench. And those guys had to be alert. And there is 1 minute left to go here in the second period. Exactly 1 minute to go. So Vackler and Berglund will face off right at center ice. And it's one. Here's Kate Edwards. Edwards goes up. That one misses. Everybody goes down for an icing. Thought maybe they could have seen it be played from Marcus Halling, but it was not. So now Sioux Falls 1 will have an offensive zone face-off with 53.3 to go here in the second period. Now the referees are going to talk about the linesman. Well, okay. Maybe they were just talking about their dinner plans tonight.
Yeah.
Yep.
Face off.
Are we still on?
Are we meeting Jeff and John and Jim for...
Here's Kate Edwards. Only if they're paying. It's going to be over for Max Moore. And now Moore, he gets dumped to be played behind the nets. And now it'll be taken by Gromer. In the neutral zone, Gromer still has it. He'll walk in with a shot and then right on for a save made by Flanagan.
Yeah, he has the only goal so far today for Sioux Falls 1.
Nick Gromer's played well today.
Yeah, he's a good defenseman.
29.5 left to go here in the second period. Face off to the right of Flanagan. Everson against Vollen. And it's one. There's a shot that was redirected that goes wide. And fluttered wide from Matthew Harp. Everson fans on a pass attempt. 20 seconds left to go here in the second period. Back for Har again. Going to reverse the angle. And then it's back to Everson. Plays it back for Olsen. Try to go it down for Har with 10 seconds left. Back over at the blue line. Held in by Olsen. Now Everson. He'll try to throw it around with 5 seconds to go in the period. Everson on the back end. Plays it over for Gromer with a shot. And he couldn't get a shot all the way through on net. And that will end the second period. And Sioux Falls 2 extended their lead by 1 as they lead 4-1 over Sioux Falls 1 after 2 periods. We will step aside. We'll come back with that second intermission. You're listening to the state tournament on Capital City Rock, CapitalCityRock.com, on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports and on 1480 KSDR.
Hey, it's Julia from Oahe Federal Credit Union, letting you know that our recreational special is back again with terms up to 10 years, no payments for 90 days, and rates as low as 2.4% APR. Apply online or stop in at 221 East Pleasant Drive in Pierre and let Jameson or I get you started.
People helping people. Oahe Federal Credit Union.
Drop that puck! Drop that puck! Drop that puck! Hey, hockey fans, before or after the game, come on out to Grey Goose Store and Social Club. Dine in, carry out, stop by for refreshments. Fill up your tank with quality fuel. We've got it all at Grey Goose Store and Social Club, just off of Grey Goose Road, behind the red line of the capital city. Go Capitals!
When you're looking for quality trash pickup services, look no further than Envirotech. 6 days a week, their trucks are on the road picking up trash, even holidays. They're also the place to contact for recycling services. Their friendly, professional staff is ready to assist with weekly pickups or even special pickups. Check out the website at EnvirotechWaste.com. Envirotech is locally operated. Call 224-4804. Envirotech Waste Services in Pierre, proud to support high school athletics.
Hello, hockey fans. First National Bank is excited to sponsor the 2021 Varsity Hockey State Tournament. Good luck to all the talented players, and a special shout out to our hometown team, the Hawaii Capitals. At First National Bank, we're always on your team and ready with the assist to reach your financial goals. Check us out at firstnationalbanks.com or at First National BNK on Facebook. Member FDIC and an equal housing lender. Tired of walking out in the morning with a thick layer of frost and having to scrape your car? Don't want to freeze sitting waiting for the car to warm up? Well, what are you waiting for? Call Jason and the crew at Sunmasters in Pierre, and they can install your remote start today so you can stay warm this winter and keep those windshields defrosted from the comfort inside your home. Call 224-6102 or stop in today at 1020 East Sioux Avenue. Sunmasters in Pierre. As we welcome you back here to the Shields Iceplex, it is a 4-1 lead for Sioux Falls 2 over Sioux Falls 1. John McClure alongside Jeff Anderson and Jim Lloyd as we have played those two periods, and a goal from Cade Edwards. He got his second of the game. That came on the power play against, along with Brock Malwitz getting the assist. And Sioux Falls 2 right now, they are in charge of this game, and Sioux Falls 1 has got to find their way to claw back in this one. They got to be pretty quick in this third period.
Yeah, without a doubt. They got to get this in the first couple of minutes.
Yep.
Kind of get the tempo back and turn this thing around.
Well, and they had a great opportunity. They had a 5-on-3 power play and a 5-on-4, and they really needed one bad. Had some good shots on goal. It's not like they didn't get any good shots. But, Flanagan stepped up and kept it out of the net.
Yeah, Sioux Falls 2 is 2 for 5 on the power play, and Sioux Falls 1 is 1 for 3 on the power play. Sioux Falls 2 seems to, although they've got those 2 power play goals, it feels like they are just playing better on the power play than what Sioux Falls 1 is.
Yes. In fact, you go back and you say they only have 2 goals on power plays. How many penalties has Sioux Falls committed? Sioux Falls 1.
They've committed 8.
Okay.
Sioux Falls 2 has actually committed 7.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So,
okay.
But that's one. I think both coaches are saying, guys, we got to stay on the penalty box. We can't go in there, whether we get a matching minor or not. We got to keep ourselves out of the penalty box.
And especially Sioux Falls 1. They can't afford to play a man down, especially now with down 4-1. They need all their guys.
Shots on goal pretty even, 19-18, as far as that's concerned.
And that's a big, and that's the thing too, is it just they're so even here. There's one extra power play goal scored by Sioux Falls 2, one extra shot by Sioux Falls 2, but it's a 3-goal lead. It just feels like Sioux Falls 2 has controlled this game, and of course they're up by 3, so that makes it feel a little bit different too. But just overall, it just feels like they shouldn't be close in terms of the power play percentage as well as shots on goal.
Yeah, and as far as puck possession, I think you're right. Sioux Falls 2 has controlled the game and controlled the tempo for the most part in the entire game.
And again, it's a 4-1 score here after 2 periods. Brookings and Watertown coming up here later on this evening. Jeff Anderson's going to have that call for that one.
Yeah, and earlier today, Rushmore has beat Sioux Center Storm 8-1. Oahe over the Huron All-Stars 8-2. Both games were actually better than the final score to indicate, but the 8s were great today. I'm not sure we're going to get 8 into this game, but it's rather interesting, to say the least, 4-1 after 2.
And it's not out of the realm of possibility. The Caps were leading 3-2 after the second period, and Rushmore was winning 4-1 after the second period. So 8 is still on the table.
Yeah.
I don't know if we'll get there, but
I kind of question if either one of these teams can pull away from one another, though. And maybe they could if things start to go right. But these teams are still, even at a 4-1, these teams are pretty evenly matched.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hence they're 4-5.
Yeah.
Yep. Right.
And Sioux Falls 1, they were playing their best hockey here towards the end of the season, and Sioux Falls 2, I wouldn't say that they're trending down, but if you're going to look at the trends of the two teams, that Sioux Falls 1 was trending a little bit higher than what Sioux Falls 2 is. But, as you guys have said, between both games that the records are out the window. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter anymore.
Well,
it matters what happens in this tournament.
Sioux Falls 2 after an 11-0 start, or was it 8-0? Maybe I got a little bit carried away there. Well, the reason I was going to say that because if they started 11-0, then they went 4-5 their last 9 games.
Yeah, and Sioux Falls too. Yeah, they did struggle down the stretch. And Sioux Falls 1 was the other way around. Sioux Falls 1 at one point was sitting in 9th place. I think in the end of December, early January, they were in 9th place. They were even going to be in the state tournament, and of course they turned things around and put themselves in a really good 5 spot. But now they're not so in a good spot, down by 3 goals after 2 periods.
Well, they have too much talent to be a 9th place team.
No, you're exactly right.
Absolutely.
And this has been a good 4-5 matchup, but we still got another period left to go. With Sioux Falls 2 leading Sioux Falls 1 4-1. We will step aside, come back with more of the second intermission. You're listening to the state tournament on Capital City Rock, CapitalCityRock.com, 1480 KSDR, and on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports. Hello, hockey fans. First National Bank is excited to sponsor the 2021 Varsity Hockey State Tournament. Good luck to all the talented players, and a special shout out to our hometown team, the Hawaii Capitals. At First National Bank, we're always on your team and ready with the assist to reach your financial goals. Check us out at firstnationalbanks.com or at First National BNK on Facebook. Member FDIC and an equal housing lender.
Introducing new Queso Blanco from Taco John's. It amplifies everything on our menu, kind of like a hype man. Melty, cheesy, white cheddar goodness.
Came in dripping.
With just the right amount of jalapeno heat.
Where my peppers at? Oh yeah, right here in the queso.
Our Queso Blanco remixes anything, like the Boss Burrito for only $6.
Remix!
Download our app for exclusive deals at Taco John's. Bigger, bolder, better.
Never enough queso.
The frigid air of winter and the blistering heat of summer can really put a dent into your pocketbook. The gang at Weatherall Roofing and Insulation in Pierce say, just foam it. Saving money on your energy bills is what it's all about with Weatherall Roofing and Insulation. Let Weatherall Roofing and Insulation help you save money with their custom spray foam or blow-in fiberglass insulation. Call 224-7982 for a free estimate. And remember, just foam it.
It's been a long winter, but now it's time to start thinking spring and summer. Hi, it's Jason at Leisure Palace. Start planning your backyard escape now and get the best prices of the year. Hot tubs, fire tables, patio furniture, and swimming pools. Imagine sliding into a hot spring or caldera spa and having the jets pulsate and rejuvenate your body. Then take a few more steps into your own outdoor pool. Get these great products at the guaranteed lowest prices. 0% financing and cash discounts are available. Leisure Palace, creating your perfect escape on the corner of Euclid and Capitol in Pierre.
Now's the time to get a great deal on Kubota equipment, like versatile #1 selling Kubota BX and L Series compact tractors, Z Series mowers that deliver a quality cut, and Sidekick utility vehicles where durability meets speed. Stop by your local Kubota dealer today. Right now, bring home select Kubota equipment for 0 down, 0% APR for up to 60 months, now through June 30th. See us or go to KubotaUSA.com for more details.
As we welcome you back here to the Shields Iceplex, after 2 periods, it's a 4-1 lead for Sioux Falls 2 over Sioux Falls 1. John Winkler alongside Jim Lloyd and Jeff Anderson. As this is Game 3, we're getting close to the start of the third period of Game 3 of 4 today. And again, you know, if you didn't join us this morning, the Rushmore Thunder beat Sioux Center 8-1 to advance to the state semifinals, and the Hawaii Capitals won 8-2 over the Huron All-Stars to advance to the state semifinals. And Huron and Sioux Center will start tomorrow at 11:35. So we start a time slot later. We will end a time slot later. We'll have that last game at 7:30 tomorrow evening, and that'll be the final game of the Shields Iceplex, because then we can go to the Denny Sanford Premier Center on Sunday to close out that tournament. So we are through. This is our third game of the day, and all right. Jeff,
they go by quickly, don't they?
They do go by quickly. I tell you what. But Jeff, you know, this is for Sioux Falls 1. How they get back in this hockey game here?
They got to score off, and they got to put the puck on the net, and they've got to get a goal here in the first couple of minutes to get some momentum into this third period.
And Jim, for Sioux Falls 2 to advance to the state semifinal, what do they need to do to protect this 3-goal lead?
Don't let your guard down. That's the thing. This Sioux Falls 1 team, there's some veterans players on this team. Althoff is a big loss.
Yep.
He's a big loss. But Sioux Falls 2, you better stay sharp.
And we will have the third period for you coming up next. Sioux Falls 2 leads Sioux Falls 1 4-1 after 2 periods. Third period is on its way. You're listening to the state tournament on Capital City Rock, CapitalCityRock.com, on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports, and on 1480 KSDR.
Drop that puck! Drop that puck! Drop that puck! Hey, hockey fans, before or after the game, come on out to Grey Goose Store and Social Club. Dine in, carry out, stop by for refreshments. Fill up your tank with quality fuel. We've got it all at Grey Goose Store and Social Club, just off of Grey Goose Road, behind the red line of the capital city. Go Capitals!
Lace up your shoes, because it's back.
ReliaBank's March Mortgage Madness.
Apply for a mortgage in March, and when your loan closes,
You could earn $500 that will be deposited into your ReliaBank account.
visit your local ReliaBank branch or go to ReliaBankMortgage.com for more details. Terms and conditions apply. Home purchase applications only, subject to loan approval.
It's ReliaBank's March Mortgage Madness. Apply, close, earn $500. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Dr. Brian Hermanson serves Central South Dakota with specialty root canal treatment. Hermanson Endodontics aims to provide root canal treatment that is not only comfortable, but has a quality-first emphasis. We believe that by preserving as much healthy tooth as possible, we can help you retain your natural teeth longer. This is accomplished with state-of-the-art three-dimensional imaging and the dental operating microscope to guide diagnosis and treatment. Ask your dentist if a root canal specialist is right for you. Hermanson Endodontics, 1709 North Lincoln Avenue in Pierre.
When you're looking for quality trash pickup services, look no further than Envirotech. 6 days a week, their trucks are on the road picking up trash, even holidays. They're also the place to contact for recycling services. Their friendly, professional staff is ready to assist with weekly pickups or even special pickups. Check out the website at EnvirotechWaste.com. Envirotech is locally operated. Call 224-4804. Envirotech Waste Services in Pierre, proud to support high school athletics.
Hello, hockey fans. First National Bank is excited to sponsor the 2021 Varsity Hockey State Tournament. Good luck to all the talented players, and a special shout out to our hometown team, the Hawaii Capitals. At First National Bank, we're always on your team and ready with the assist to reach your financial goals. Check us out at firstnationalbanks.com or at First National BNK on Facebook. Member FDIC and an equal housing lender. Shields Iceplex here for the start of the third period, as it is a 4-1 lead for the Sioux Falls 2 Flyers over Sioux Falls 1. John Winkler alongside Jeff Anderson and Jim Lloyd as we head to the third period for the third of 4 games here this afternoon. And we will have that fourth one, Watertown and Brookings at 4:35. Jeff Anderson will have the call for that one, and maybe looking for a chance for a monster upset.
Oh, it would have to be it would be a monster upset.
We've seen some underdog teams
Yeah,
play
we
well
have.
today, but not
Oh,
well
yeah.
enough. Just a couple periods, put 3 together. Who knows, Jeff?
Well, and Watertown defeated Brookings last year at the end of the season 3-2 on Brookings ice. And since that time, Brookings has outscored them 9-1, 9-0, and 9-0. It's been 27-1.
Yeah, they haven't liked us ever since then.
Oh, they
that was a
haven't.
regular season game, last one of the year, and then they took it to us in the tournament. And, yeah, they haven't forgot about it.
No, that's right. So I think it's time that the Watertown hasn't forgotten about it either.
No.
And that's the thing is, last year that game in the state tournament was the final game of the state tournament.
Yeah.
And if you're Watertown, you got to remember that. You got to remember you got some unfinished business with this Brookings team. But here with as Sioux Falls 2 was making their way back out on the ice, Sioux Falls 1's got to know that they got some unfinished business up ahead, because they got to get a 3-goal comeback here in this third period if they want to try and stay alive and get an upset. Right now, the top seeds have held true, and including this game right now is the 4-seed Sioux Falls 2 leading, and this might be our only chance for an upset here this first round.
Well, and either one of these that however comes out game-wise, this would be the best of the 3 teams at that point that are in the consolation bracket.
Yep, you're exactly right. That is if Brookings does beat Watertown.
Yeah.
But you said out of the 3 teams. Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
and that's not a knock on Huron. That's not a knock on Sioux Center. They're not bad hockey teams. But I think either one of these 2 teams are better than those 2 on most any given day.
So we are ready for the third period, a 4-1 lead.
Anybody off yet?
We are ready for the start of the third period. We start 5-on-5. I was told I got to mute Jeff's microphone. No, I'm just kidding. But Sioux Falls 2 will get it in the attack again, as it will be played back by Max Moore. And then back around behind the nets. And Brock Malwitz couldn't get to the front. Back for Cade Edwards. He's got 2 shots. That hit off the outside of the goalpost right away. Love that ting sound. I love it.
And Sioux Falls 2 is the one that's putting the pressure on right here.
And they're looking for and they're taking Jim's advice, and not to let their guard down. They're looking to score again. They're looking to go up by 4. They're not letting it to stay at a 3-goal hockey game. It is back in the Sioux Falls 1 end, and 1 has the puck. As we played back, Jacob Olson has it. He'll go off the boards, almost came out in front. He'll play it back off the boards to pass it over. And that one will miss, and it will go down for an icing. Miss 2 different sticks, one of Cade Edwards for Sioux Falls 2, and the other of Austin Reiners of Sioux Falls 1.
If that pass would have connected, he'd have been off to the races.
Yeah.
That was a nice stretch pass, just missed him.
So 16:09 left to go here in the third period. Face-off will be coming. And a face-off win by Sioux Falls 2, and a shot that gets blocked up. And it'll be played back out. Here's Eberspacher with it. He'll pass it over, and now back in with Anthony Vollen, 2-on-1. Vollen with a shot save made by Heiser, and the rebound came all the way back out the top of the slot. And it was taken by Berglund, and the pass goes in front and almost off the stick of the defenseman of Wyatt Hermson, and almost went in the back of the net in front of Heiser. Sioux Falls 2 still has the puck, as it's Nick Lohr. There's 4 players there tangled up. Here he comes back for Vollen, and he couldn't get a shot away. And now Berglund has it. Ryan Berglund in the neutral zone, into the attacking end. His shot gets blocked up. Goes off of Thomas Clinton. And then be played back around, and Clinton passes in the slots, and that one just missed the stick of Berglund, and a good stick by Corey. Otherwise, Hansen had a good look at the net. Shrugged off by Hansen as the puck came and hit him. Back to Hansen again. On his backhand, a shot goes off of a skate. Juggled by Corey, and then out of the zone by Corey. That was good hand-eye coordination there by Jorgen Curry. And then Sievert is running the boards. And Sioux Falls 1 will get out of the zone. And here comes now Sioux Falls 1. As they'll bring it in, a pass goes over for Berglund, and a good stick lift by Moore. Still played Tristan Schlechter, trying to get it in front, could not. Back out to the neutral zone, and it just goes off the stick and rolls in the neutral zone. That went off of Emmett Nathan. Back around, and Sioux Falls 1 has possession again. Here is Emmett Hansen with it. But it's turned over, and the pass goes out of the zone. And it goes all the way down, but not far enough for an icing. Touched by Hansen, but it's left in the zone. Vockler with a shot goes wide. Back here for Moore. Moore, the shot gets blocked up. Malwitz still has it, though. And Malls in the backhand comes in front, and it's off of Heiser, and then it's thrown all the way down for an icing. With 14 minutes exactly to go here in the third period.
Sometimes that's not a bad icing call to do. Take that, slow things down a bit.
And you get a change. You know, that's the big thing, too, is there's a change that's involved now with icing. A couple years ago, they just changed that 2 years ago, where you couldn't change on an icing.
I kind of like when they couldn't change.
I do, too.
I kind of liked it.
As the faceoff is won by Sioux Falls 2 in the attacking end. Brock Malwitz to the front of the net. That was popped up, goes right over the top of the cage, but stays in play. And Sioux Falls 1 cannot get out of the zone, but it goes off the stick of Eberspacher and out. That one's thrown in the crowd, and that one heads up. That one almost got someone.
Right into the student section.
And it's thrown right back in. Boy, that was, whew.
Oh, pay attention when you're watching a hockey game.
Absolutely. Keep your eyes on the play at all times.
We should be one to talk, right?
The puck will never get over this glass.
It's a Sioux Falls 2 faceoff. We should be on the PA or something, saying always be aware of flying pucks, flying objects. Never know when a stick might come up into the crowd. That one goes off the glass, and it's going to be played out. Anthony Vollen now has it for Sioux Falls 2, and he's chopped down, and a trip is called by Tristan Schlechter, and Sioux Falls 1 will get to the puck to touch it up to get a whistle with 13:20 to go And Schlecter's going to go to the box, and it's going to be the 6th power play coming up for Sioux Falls 2.
You called that right. Chopped down.
It was like a massive tree falling to the ice.
It was a chop.
So a trip is the call to Schlechter. Now, one thing you mentioned about icing, and the reason why they changed is because of the lack of officials. And so they couldn't keep, not every game has 4 officials. Obviously, in the state tournament we do, but we're not going to change the rules for the state tournament. And that kind of stinks. We always need officials, but having to change that rule kind of stinks because of the lack of officials.
Right.
Here's Jorgen Corey with a shot. That one gets blocked down by Reiners. And now Corey still has it, but it's going to be cleared by Sioux Falls 1. So basically, that's my PSA to.
Okay.
If you want to be a official for hockey, please be official for hockey. If you know how to skate, be an official for hockey to help out a lot of the kids and help out the game. Here's Max Moore. Moore with a shot, and that was gloved by Heiser for a whistle. That's not a bad PSA, right?
That's pretty good.
Yeah. I appreciate it.
I think you'll get some people to sign up, John.
On a scale of 1 to 10, I'll give you a 3.
Yeah, put me down as a reference. 1 to 10, give me
I
a
thought
3.
you were going to say put me down for a referee. I thought that's what you were going to say.
My skating ability is not very good, so.
I'll tell you what, refereeing from up here is really easy.
Oh, absolutely. That's thrown all the way down by Sioux Falls 1. There's still 1:20 left to go on the power play. I think we get all the calls right up here.
Yep.
Jack Seaver goes across and played over for Perdames. And here is Corey Perdames in the zone. Perdames will stop at the face-off dot. He'll turn back and then play it back over for Seaver. This passed across for Malwitz. And Malwitz, fans on the shot, had one hand on a stick when he finished the follow-through, as Berglund had a good job of getting the stick to it. So here is now for Sioux Falls 2. That pass goes up. Edwards goes off the boards. Good pass from Edwards for Perdames. 3-on-2 in the zone. Perdames brings it in. Perdames with Skolten next to him. And Dom Skolten, who is, I think, on the power play to stand in front of the net because he is a big boy on skates. And he's going to cause a lot of problems for a goalie. And that was cleared away by Sioux Falls 1 again.
I've seen that happen. Coaches will do that once in a while. They'll take a guy and they'll park him in front of the net.
Yeah.
Just to run interference.
Here's Jack Seaver in. Seaver with a shot that goes in the net off of a stick, and it goes out of play. And I really don't know if Dom Skolten has played other than on the power play. I think I've only said his name when it's been on a power play. And that's, hey, credit to Coach Connor Helbert and the coaching staff because they know what he can do well, and that can be basically a tower in front of the goalie, and he might find himself a couple of goals in there as well. He's got 5 on the year. Here's Sioux Falls 2 again with the face-off whip. There's a shot from Peterson that goes wide. Eberspacher will hold the zone. Corey to the slot. To the face-off dot with a shot. It goes off the goalpost. I think it went off the goalpost. It might have been blocked in front. Either way, it looked like he had a wide open net. Didn't go the back of the net. Here's Everson. They played behind the nets as they'll leave it there, but the only person to take it was Sioux Falls 2 and Josh Peterson. They'll pass it back for Eberspacher. And it'll come right back to Eberspacher, Anthony Vollant, he'll throw it around right at the red line. And it'll come all the way back towards the Sioux Falls 1 bench. And it's going to be chopped over and bouncing across for Matt Hart. A couple sticks collide together and then try to throw it in. Now Nick Gromer on the back end, doesn't get it deep. I think he went off the linesman. And now here's Jorgen Corey with it. And Corey with 10:35 to play in the third period. Nearly turn it over. He does turn it over. Schlechter, he's back on the ice after serving a penalty. Schlechter in front, couldn't get a shot away. And then back over for Eberspacher again. That came from John Matheson. Then not able to hold the zone was Hermsen. And Gromer will turn with it and turns it over. Vockler, his shot didn't get a whole lot on it. And then Schlechter and Gromer run into each other. And that puck will roll on top of the boards. Back into the corner. Hank Thomas Clinton does not get it out of the zone. That's held in. The shot got off of a stick. And it was then caught and held by Heiser with 10:01 to go here in the third period.
Still, we've rattled off 7 minutes of this third period, and it's still 21-18 shots on goal for Sioux Falls 2, but the score remains 4-1. We talked about Sioux Falls 1 needing to score early, and they haven't had the opportunity.
And we played 7 minutes and only had 2 shots on goal in this whole entire period.
Yeah.
That's wild. Here's a pass that comes in front. Good defense by both teams. There's a shot. Heiser, I don't think, was ready for that opportunity. that was blocked up and went in the corner. Everson plays it around, and it'll be now here Emmett Nathan. Nathan's pass for Haar. And here's Matthew Haar to take in the zone. Haar in front. There's a shot in the save made by Flanagan. There's the first Sioux Falls 1 shot of the third period. Haar still has it. Haar's shot gets blocked down this time. And it comes out of the zone. Mulwitz will be played back around. Connor Helbert was looking for an interference call. Well, I thought there was a shot. I thought it was a save made by Flanagan, but they didn't put up on the scoreboard. Maybe they're not putting the shots up on the scoreboard like they need to. He should be able to couple more shots. Here's Jacob Olsen in. Olsen, a pass on the backhand, goes off of a skate, looking for Emmett Hansen. And now it's played across. Good saucer pass off the stick, though. And then it's going to be held in the zone by Sioux Falls 1. Hansen a pass, trying to get back free. And then Everson going off for a change. And it will be played here by Sioux Falls 1. He played around. Perdames holds the zone. Clark with a good move around, and Clark gets the shot, and Heiser makes the save.
Tried to get Heiser moving from right to left, and Heiser was with him.
That's a great play.
That flip there from Clark right over the defender, right over the top of his leg. That was impressive.
I'm always amazed at the rink awareness that some of these kids have.
Here's a face-off as Nick Lohr has it. There's a shot and a blocker save made. Here's another chance for Lohr that goes wide. Gromer, he'll play it up the boards. Out Jack Sievert, and that goes in the bench. And it goes right next to the backup goalie in Jackson Brunick. And Brunick didn't really care that the puck was near him.
He's got all his gear on. He doesn't care.
Yeah, he doesn't care. Face-off is won by Sioux Falls 1, but taken by Sioux Falls 2 in the zone. Delayed offside. And Vollen will tag back up. And now here's Jorgen Corey. Off the skates, turned over, shot goes into Flanagan, and he will get the save and a whistle with 8:13 to go here in the third period.
Sioux Falls 2 still controlling the tempo in this game. And puck possession, I would have to say Sioux Falls 2.
So face-off here to the right of Flanagan. Everson looking to win the face-off for Hansen. He does. Now back for Gromer. And that shot is blocked up. Gromer's got the lone goal here for Sioux Falls 1 with 8 minutes to play. Here in the third period. That pass goes across. And it'll be Marcus Holling that's to play it back in his own neutral zone, or from the neutral zone. Gromer runs into Vollen. Sticked in the corner by Heiser that came all the way in on net. Corey plays it back for Vollen. And now Vollen trying to get back over for Lohr. And it's instead turned over. And it'll go back for Sioux Falls 1. Everson tried to bring it in and then couldn't hold the zone to Sioux Falls 1 either. Everson tags back up. That pass intercepted by Hansen. Hansen will bring it in the zone onside. And Emmett Hansen with 7:25 to go here in the third period. Sioux Falls 1 still trails by 3. And it will be at the blue line, and it's held in. That one will throw it in the far near side corner from the far side blue line. And then that pass goes across, again held in by Sioux Falls 1. Played back out to the points. And then thrown back around. Austin Reiners is there. He came flying in to hold the zone just a moment ago. And now a pass goes across. Sioux Falls 1 trying to make a change. Marcus Holling will hold it in. Holling with a shot that goes wide. And it's played back here from Nathan. Nathan will throw it around the boards to the far side. Marcus Holling. Here's Ryan Berglund. Good job to pinch in there was Holling. But Berglund couldn't get to the puck. Over skating it was Matheson and almost turned it over, and it will finally be out of the zone by Sioux Falls 2, and out the other way comes Vockler, and Vockler comes in. Vockler protects the puck, he scores! Vockler goes 5-hole, and it's 5-1 Sioux Falls 2.
And that one hurts. If you're Sioux Falls 1, now you have a mountain.
His second of the game with 6:33 to go in the third period. And Sioux Falls 1 is now within, Sioux Falls 2 is in striking distance now of winning this hockey game. And it'll be played across here, Sioux Falls 1. Gets out of the zone. Emmett Nathan couldn't get to it. And Corey will get the assist. And it's dumped in by Sioux Falls 1 all the way, and it goes wide. Actually, it was not on the right side or the left side of the red line, so it goes for an icing with 6:06 to go here in the third period.
Yeah, that one hurts. You're a four-goal deficit here right now, and you really got to go to get this thing.
Well, you only have 6 minutes to do it in.
And yeah, you need a goal. If you're Sioux Falls 1, you got to get a goal here in the next 30 seconds or so. Evan Hansen, he's get tied up on the boards on the far side, comes free. Oh, there's a good move for Dames. Nice toe drag around, dangled around his opponent, and then he threw it down, but didn't had the right amount of oomph on it to not go all the way for an icing. Backhanded in the zone by Dames. Played back out of the blue line, held in by Peterson. A shot gets blocked down by Everson. And then Everson gets tied up with Peterson. And Everson, the backhand flip. That one hits the top of the boards right next to the glass and stays in play. Hansen holds the zone. He'll jump around to check. But he's tied up with 3 different Sioux Falls players. And then Hansen falls down. Another Sioux Falls player falls down. He played back around, and Hansen with a little bit of a slash, and a couple guys are slashing each other now, and Hansen will throw it back in. That one, he went with a slash to Campanto. Gromer runs into his man. And then Thomas Clinton trying to avoid a check. Back for Campanto. That played off the boards. And then now here's a chance for Austin Reiners. And Austin Reiners is in. And Reiners will play it around to the far side. Stepping up is Olsen. You're going to see a lot of guys step up. They've actually emptied the net here. It's a net 6 on 5. They're down by 4. They've got to find a way to come back here with 5 minutes to go. There's a shot and a save made by Flanagan and a whistle with 4:26 to go. So
typically you don't pull your goalie quite that early.
No, it is early to pull it. But state tournament, you need 4 goals.
Yeah.
You have to do something.
And it doesn't matter if you lose by 7, 8 goals at this point.
Yep.
You know, and I would think if Sioux Falls 2 does score an empty net goal, that they'll pretty much concede the loss. But with 4 minutes, you know, now they took the clock away to count down the timeout. But with basically 5 minutes to play, I mean, you're looking at almost a goal a minute. And then that only works if you pull your goalie now.
Yep. Yeah, you have to. You know, at this point in the year, the score doesn't matter. It's a win or a loss.
Yeah, and that's you know, Sioux Falls 1, they want this win. They want a chance at what presumably would be Brookings if Seeds holds true. You know, that game coming up here in just a little bit between Brookings and Watertown. But that's the ultimate goal here for Sioux Falls 1. They want to get a chance at that number 1 seed of Brookings, but here with down by 4, it's going to take a lot.
Yep. These 2 teams are going to play winners or losers, Brookings or Watertown. So Sioux Falls is going to meet each one of those teams. And right now, the way it's sitting, Sioux Falls 2, they're in the driver's seat, up by 4 with 4:26 left.
And again, 4:35 is the scheduled start time on the final game of the day between Brookings and Watertown. Not cleared out of the zone. Here's a chance in front. Evers with a shot that goes wide, the glove side of Flanagan. Play back in front, and now we get a whistle. And did we have a penalty called, or did we blow the play dead because the referee lost the side of the puck? I think he just lost side of the puck. And the Sioux Falls 1 fans weren't very happy about that one.
Ryan Flanagan doing exactly what he needs to do right now.
Here's a face-off win by Everson. And Everson trying to get to the backhand to the front of the net. Hansen is able to check his man off, comes back over for Olsen. Plays it across now, Everson. Everson plays it again. That goes off of a stick, and a good stick there by Max Moore. And it's back in the neutral zone. Pass goes over, and now here trying to bring it in, but Malwitz now take the puck. But in the neutral zone, it's turned back over, and the puck now in the Sioux Falls 1 territory. Jacob Olsen will skate behind his net.
Be careful.
He almost turned it over right behind his net. Here's Jacob Olsen. He now will turn it over, but it will be back out of the zone. So Sioux Falls 1 down by 4. That one's blocked up by Evan Hansen. Here's Kate Edwards. Edwards will wrap it around. It will be an icing with 3:18 to go here in the third period. And again, the net is empty here from Sioux Falls 1. And I guess with a 4-goal lead, if it came down to it, this might be a chance for Ryan Flanagan to get a goalie goal. Because really, if you turn it over and it turns into 1 goal, obviously you don't want really them to score and get any momentum for Sioux Falls 1. But Flanagan might try for it.
He's probably already thought of it.
If you're
a goalie goal.
If I was a goalie and there's an empty net, I'd be thinking about it. I wouldn't make that, this would be a time to do it. I'd be a little bit more aggressive of trying it. As a pass from Matthew Haar that didn't get to the front of the net. And that one's turned over. Dromer nearly fell down off the skates. But now here's Ryan Berglund with it. Berglund will try and turn. And Berglund will throw it in the zone. He played back out. That one goes off the glass, goes down. Will it go far enough for an icing? It will not. With 2:50 to play here in the third period. Again, net is empty for Sioux Falls 1. Pass goes all the way up. And that one will be no icing. They could have said they played it. Boy, if Flanagan, I don't think he wanted to go back to play it, but if he knew it, he could have stopped it and then tried it for the empty net.
That was his chance.
That was one of his chances. He may not get another one either. Here's
the goalie goal.
Anthony Vollen, there's a big check along the boards. And then there's a huge check again, and a penalty's coming up on Sioux Falls 2.
And Berglund's helmet comes off.
Yes.
That's always a little scary. Pretty good hit over there as Berglund was just skating for the puck.
So we'll see what the penalty is going to be. It's going to be, obviously it's on Sioux Falls 2. Just a rough. Yep. And that's going to be to Nick Lohr. So now it's going to be 6-on-4. We're with 2:27 to go. The 5th power play for Sioux Falls 1. Now if you're Sioux Falls 2, doesn't matter. Just clear the puck all the way down. Go for the empty net as much as possible because there's no icing. No icing will be called.
We don't see this very often, 6-on-4.
Yeah, it doesn't happen too often, but usually when we see it, it's usually a 1-goal hockey game here, but with a 4-goal lead for Sioux Falls 2.
This would be a good time for a goalie goal.
Yeah.
It might.
They're looking for the puck.
Are they checking the net over here? What? Oh, yeah, the puck's all the way down there.
Yeah, see, it was iced on at the end. Everybody's looking for the puck. Nobody knew where it was.
Ryan Flanagan knew where it was. You see him point over there.
Goalie always knows where the puck is, unless it's at his skates.
So here's a 6-on-4 opportunity for Sioux Falls 1. They've got to score here quickly. They're down by 4 with only 2:20 to play in the third period. Ryan Berglund couldn't get the puck. That one's thrown down. It's going to go wide, but there is no icing. They call it icing, but there is no icing.
There can't be icing, is there?
Nope, and the referees made the mistake.
Nope, sorry about that.
And that one really hurt Sioux Falls 1 because now the puck will stay in the attacking end, and Caden Heiser's going to go in the net. So if you're Sioux Falls 2, you absolutely love that call.
Yeah.
Because you get an offensive zone face-off.
And you have to put your goalie back.
Yeah, and Sioux Falls 1 puts their goalie back. It makes things a lot tougher. 1:48 to go on the power play. 2:14 left to go here in the hockey game. Flipped out of the zone, but then thrown back in by Sioux Falls 2. And now here's Jacob Olsen. Caden Heiser, he might just stay in net too. Here's Olsen. There he goes.
No, Heiser goes.
That one will be missed by Olsen with a shot. And the pass comes in front, and Olsen backhanded it wide. So Heiser is back out on the bench. The empty attacker extra attacker with 1:20 left to go. In the power play, 1:40 left to go in the hockey game. In the zone, Evers couldn't get a shot away. He got upended by Kate Edwards. Thrown down. That one will go wide, all the way back in the far side corner to be played back behind the net. 90 seconds left to go. Sioux Falls 2 will now await here the next 90 seconds. Then we'll wait to the winner of Brookings and Watertown coming up at 4:35. Here's a chance coming to the front of the net. That one was a good play over by Sioux Falls 2. Emmett Hansen has it. Hansen will get wide. His shot, save made by Flanagan, and we get a whistle with 1:06 left to go here in the third period.
Sioux Falls 1 scored the first goal of this hockey game, so it's been 5 in a row here for Sioux Falls 2.
We've seen that in a couple other games, Jeff, today.
Yeah.
Rushmore, Hawaii.
Each game. All 3 games have had situations like that.
Sioux Falls 2 will win all 3 games against Sioux Falls 1 this year.
Yes.
That's rare.
Yeah.
That is rare, especially in a 4-5 matchup.
And a Sioux Falls.
Yeah. You thought at least somewhere would have been split. That one will come back out of the zone. 1 minute to play here in the third period. Jacob Olsen. That one to be thrown back out, and it was gloved down by Emmett Nathan. So Sioux Falls 2, they trail 1-0 in this hockey game, and they scored 5 straight goals. Now lead 5-1. It comes in front. Har with a backhand that was blocked up, and then Har is thrown in the boards. Another penalty's coming up here. And then Matthew Har will get a couple checks, and we will have more pushing and shoving, and Har's going to go to the penalty box after he got a couple of different...
I wasn't very happy what happened over on the other far corner.
Nels will get his money's worth.
Yep, and he needs to go to the locker room. With 30 seconds left, probably a good choice.
Yeah.
He doesn't need to be around anymore.
So we'll have a penalty called both on Sioux Falls 2 and 1.
They're going to just take them both?
Yes.
Boston Nelson.
Boston Nelson.
Best name in South Dakota hockey.
And he's going to sit in the penalty box for just a little bit.
Sioux Falls 1 is going to have to find somebody.
Heiser's back in net here with 30 seconds to go. Only 4 seconds left in the power play, 30 seconds left to go in the hockey game. And last thing you want to have happen is anybody, the emotions of a state tournament game, and you knew the game was over. And Matthew Hart was not appreciative of the check that was laid on him in the corner, so he got a couple of good hits back,
and kind of some late hits too.
And that put him in the locker room and put him out the rest of the game. He didn't have a penalty against him, but he'll probably get misconduct penalty.
2 and a 10.
So here is now with 20 seconds left to go. And now here is another chance in front. That one went wide of Heiser with 8 seconds left to go. That one comes in front again. Sioux Falls 2 scores 5 straight goals. And they win the hockey game 5-1 over Sioux Falls 1 to advance to the second round of the state tournament. And they will face the winner of Brookings and Watertown coming up here in just a little bit. That's a big win for Sioux Falls 2. They complete the 3-game sweep of Sioux Falls 1, and they win it 5-1 here this afternoon. We will step aside and come back with the postgame. You're listening to the state tournament on Capital City Rock, CapitalCityRock.com, 1480 KSDR, and on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports. Hello, hockey fans. First National Bank is excited to sponsor the 2021 Varsity Hockey State Tournament. Good luck to all the talented players, and a special shout out to our hometown team, the Hawaii Capitals. At First National Bank, we're always on your team and ready with the assist to reach your financial goals. Check us out at firstnationalbanks.com or at First National BNK on Facebook. Member FDIC and an equal housing lender.
Now's the time to get a great deal on Kubota equipment, like versatile #1 selling Kubota BX and L Series compact tractors, Z Series mowers that deliver a quality cut, and Sidekick utility vehicles where durability meets speed. Stop by your local Kubota dealer today. Right now, bring home select Kubota equipment for 0 down, 0% APR for up to 60 months, now through June 30th. See us or go to KubotaUSA.com for more details.
Insurance. We all need it to protect our homes, health, businesses, and belongings. But having adequate coverage is just the beginning. You also need the support of professionals who stand by your side to protect what's important to you. Fisher Rounds & Associates combines the coverage you want with the commitment you need. Fisher Rounds & Associates. At your service, at your side. With offices in Pierre, Mitchell, Watertown, Sioux Falls, and Rapid City.
The Clubhouse Hotel and Suites has Midwestern charm and unprecedented attention to detail that provides the perfect getaway. The Clubhouse Hotel and Suites provides a complimentary deluxe continental breakfast featuring hot waffles, biscuits and gravy, They also have an indoor children's water playland, whirlpool and fitness center, and a beautiful backyard patio with seasonal fire pits. Everyone deserves a night away. Call 605-494-2582 to make your reservation today. The Clubhouse Hotel and Suites. Experience luxury in the heart of South Dakota.
Hey, this is Chris Busher, driver of the number 17 Fastenal Ford. Are you looking for ways to move your business forward faster? Fastenal can help with solutions to bring speed and efficiency to your supply chain. Get the best industrial brands, names like Milwaukee, MCR, and Kimberly-Clark Professional, in ways that minimize stockouts, total cost of ownership, and inventory on hand. From industrial vending to automated bins, Fastenal has a supply solution to move the needle on your business goals.
After 3 games, we have now just 1 game remaining. Sioux Falls 2 just beat Sioux Falls 1 5-1. After being down 1-0, Nick Gromer got the first goal of the game. And then it was Zach Vockler, then Max Moore, Kate Edwards twice, and Vockler again to win 5-1 over Sioux Falls 1 to advance then to the second round. And they will face the winner of this next game between Brookings and Watertown and try and keep everything on schedule. We got Watertown and Brookings right now already on the ice, but we will also be back in time. We will take a little bit of a break and come back here, and it will probably be about 10 minutes before we get back on the air again. But Sioux Falls 2, guys, Sioux Falls 2, they earned that win against Sioux Falls 1.
Yeah, they did. They controlled that game. I thought maybe that Sioux Falls 1 would make a run there. I kind of thought that there was a real good possibility of getting that into a 2-goal game. But it was not their day today. Sioux Falls 2 played a very good hockey game.
Yeah, Sioux Falls 2 sweeps them this year, wins all 3.
Yep, and now Brookings is looking to sweep. So far, we've seen a sweep of all 3 games with Rushmore beating Sioux Center, and then the Caps beating Huron. And Brookings will try and make the clean sweep, beating the Watertown Lakers in their final game of the day. Well, Watertown had the odd jerseys when they came to play at the Caps a couple months ago for the Pink the Rink night.
Oh, those are Jeff's favorite jerseys.
I love these jerseys. I love the jerseys they have right now.
Jeff likes the pink and the rink ones, the ones with the little bitty colored numbers.
Yeah.
But Jeff Anderson will have the call of Watertown and Brookings coming up here in just a little bit. We will be back on the air here around 4:20, so probably a little less than 10 minutes from now we'll get back on the air. We'll have the new live stream going as well on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports. But Brookings and Watertown will be coming up here starting at 4:35. Might be a little bit after 4:35, but we'll be on the air here in about 8 to 10 minutes or so. Again, you're listening to the State Hockey Tournament on Capital City Rock, CapitalCityRock.com, on 1480 KSDR, and on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports. Back in just a little bit.
You've been listening to the 2021 Boys State Hockey Tournament. State Hockey Tournament coverage is brought to you by First National Bank, Envirotech, Taco John's, and Xander Auto Parts. State Tournament Hockey is also brought to you by Fisher Rounds, Kubota, Dakota Land, The Clubhouse in Pierre, Weatherall, and Hermanson Endodontics. State Tournament Hockey is also brought to you by Owyhee Federal Credit Union, Fastenal, Tickled Pink, the Shields Iceplex, Midwest Hockey TV, and Grey Goose Store and Social Club. And also by Leisure Palace Pools and Spa, Reliabank, Pelican Power Sports, Pizza Ranch, and Sunmasters. Your home for the Owyhee Capitals is Capital City Rock and CapitalCityRock.com. This has been a special presentation of Riverfront Broadcasting Sports, Central South Dakota's sports leader.